What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another episode of the Just Chillin podcast, call in edition. First and foremost, my God, I popped a. Y'all see that? Man, that's what happens when you be popping a pimple. It is what it is, man. Now there's a gigantic mark on my forehead. It is what it is. The Giants, guys. Quick shots, everybody in the chat. Football talk with Benny, Marjorie Simmons. How you doing? Jaden the champ earlier. Big Blue in the Bronx. Joseph Balby was also there. Already three members in the back. Bobby Woodruff, Mike Nixon, and then Logan's Giant Zone. What's up to you guys in the back? We'll be on shortly. Very quick thing about the Giants. OTAs going on. Not much news out of OTAs other than I think there was around 66 Giants there, including a lot of starters. Today in particular, the main story, at least from what I saw, was Evan Ingram was catching passes, which it's kind of gotten sad that we're celebrating the fact that he's catching passes. But Evan Ingram was catching passes in OTAs today. The offensive line, all of our projected starters were there. And there has been a little bit of a switch up at the guard position. Will Hernandez was playing right guard next to Matt Parrott, and Shane Lemieux was playing left guard next to Andrew Thomas, which some have speculated before could be the new offensive line orientation going into the season. And I think that's really about the main stories out of OTAs. Of course, not that much. And with that being said, we'll just get the callers right on. As you guys know, members first, and I'm going to drop the link when they are done. Bobby, what's up, man? How you doing with the Yankees?
Hey, guy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Great. The Giants look good. I was watching a few videos. They interviewed Daniel Jones. He looked like he was scared a little bit.
No, I think he was just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like he even had like his hair was down. He was sweating.
Yeah. Like my hair, like that.
Yeah. He
That's
definitely
why I
had
wear a hat. I got a hat hair.
Yeah. And Jersey, MetLife isn't too far where I'm from. It was really hot today, so I know they were sweating out there.
Yeah, we're going to the game. Which game are you going to? You going to
Week 18, Washington. Because, Bobby, let's be honest, that might be for the NFC East right there, Week 18.
Yeah, but you like the cold weather, though?
It works out for me. To be honest, all the Giants games I've ever been to have either been in December or January. I don't think I've ever been to a warm game. But and usually it's around that time because that's when I get off of school.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris wants to go to the Philadelphia game.
I'm gonna see if I could try and make it because he's going to both. I thought he was gonna go to maybe one Philadelphia and one other NFC opponent, but he's going to both. Which I'll see if I can make one. But
I want to go to the Rams game. That's where I want to go.
You're gonna fly out to? Is it at Rams or is it at home? It's at home, right?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Rams game is an interesting one because I want to see how that Rams offense is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day too. It's going to be in the warm.
It's early in the season, right?
Yeah,
it's like week 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think. Could go. It's a Sunday. We could meet up. You can meet me and my brother.
Why don't you meet us at week 18 then, Bobby?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I could do that. Where you going to be sitting?
Well, I haven't ordered tickets yet, but I'll let you know if you're going to go. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I will go. Yeah. I want to go too.
Bet. I mean, I guess kind of a little bit of an open. If anybody, for some reason, wants to meet me, I'll be there week 18.
Yeah, we want to meet the Hub. He's cool. Is Big Blue coming up? Or does he stay in Florida?
Kid Blue?
Kid Blue,
yeah. He might be coming up. He has a good friend there because he has to put in for days off. Yeah.
He's taller than me though. How tall is he? He said.
Nah, Kid Blue, I think is like 5'4", 5'5".
Oh, he's the same height as I am.
Oh, there you go. You guys are gonna be right at eye level.
Yeah. So yeah. And who was that guy? Bad Dog's friend. He was hovering over. Did you see that picture with Kid Blue the last time they all met up with?
Yeah, I know there was one really tall dude, right? That was.
Yeah. What was his name?
I have no idea. That was before I was on. Well, I was on YouTube at the time, but that was before I was like interacting with them.
Yeah, that was his friend. Oh God.
Super tall. I think he was like 6'6" or 6'7".
Yes, tall.
And Joseph, I will keep you updated, by the way.
Who's in the back with us?
So right now, Mike Nixon and then Logan.
Oh, my friend Logan. Can we have Logan and Mike on together?
Yeah, sure. But first, let's get a couple questions out of you. You haven't asked anything yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, how do you like the Knick game when they came back?
I don't know if you. I still got it here.
That was a great game, wasn't it? I got scared because we were losing so much, and
I
then they
was
came
so
back.
Bobby. I was so scared. I was wondering what's wrong with Randall because his second playoff game and he's still kind of like I
Yeah, it
can't call
didn't
it
look good.
jitters.
He didn't look good.
Yeah, for the entire first half, he
Yeah,
played bad. He was
yeah.
really bad.
Second, third quarter, he really turned it on.
Yeah, just the entire Knicks offense in general, that first half
Yeah,
was bad. And the defense, though, in the second half, because they held the Hawks to 35 points, was really good.
I don't like that guy's hair. I don't like that guy's hair.
Well, nobody likes Trae Young's hair because he's like,
Oh,
I don't know what's going on with his head.
he looks like he put his finger in the electrical socket.
There was a picture floating around of a lollipop with hair on it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
that's
like,
what
that's
he
Trae
looks
Young's hair.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he looks like. Lollipop. He
yeah,
thinks he's so
Marjorie.
cool.
Derrick Rose was amazing. He was probably
Yes,
the
he
only
was
person
too.
that I could say played amazing for the
What
Knicks.
about the rookies? We had Toppin. Remember that big
And quickly,
Yeah, quickly. Yeah, we're gonna go.
Toppin was good because before he did the dunk on the alley oop, he had a
Yeah,
great
that was a
defensive
great
possession
dunk.
too.
Yes. You
Mm-hmm.
like hockey?
Who?
You like hockey?
Who's that?
You like hockey? No, ice hockey. NHL.
Oh, ice hockey. Okay, bet. I don't
Yeah.
watch hockey, no.
The
But
Islanders won against the Penguins. Yeah, they're
Oh, you're
going
an Islanders fan?
Bruins. Yes.
I was gonna say I don't watch hockey, but I do support the Rangers.
Oh, I'm an Islanders fan. I used to live in New York. Well, I like the Rangers too, but Islanders on my team. I used to live in Glen Oaks. That's close to Long Island. My dad used to work on the hands of the no, he worked on doctors that worked on the hands of the Yankees and Islanders. So we got to go to a lot of games.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, free tickets.
That I'm guessing that's how you became a fan then.
Oh yeah, well since before then I was when what's his name died, Thurman Munson died. That was sad.
Yeah.
I remember where I was August.
I like I said, I don't watch, so I can't say where I was.
Well, you weren't even born when he died.
There you go, man.
Thurman Munson, the catcher. Remember, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, you shipped it to baseball now.
Yeah,
Something just like hockey, where I'm well,
sorry.
I do watch baseball casually, but I don't watch
you're a Met
hockey
fan,
at all.
right?
No, I'm a Yankees.
Fan? Oh, you're
I'm a Yankees supporter.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Good boy. We lost one of the two games there.
Listen, man, the Elite Four, okay? Giants, Knicks, Yankees, Rangers. Okay.
Yeah, I like the Rangers too, but my team is the Islanders.
Okay, so you ready? I was gonna say, you ready to have Mike and Logan on then?
Yeah, let's have Logan and Mike on. I like Logan. He's a cool kid.
What up, bros? How y'all doing?
Logan, my fellow, how you doing?
What's good, man?
Logan, you feeling good today?
I'm a little sore from the workouts yesterday, but we're good.
What workouts? You play football?
Yeah, I play football. Well, I'm gonna in August, so I have to work out. So my body
I remember you told me. All right. What position do you play?
I'm either gonna be running back or a linebacker.
I play left out myself.
And Bobby, I don't know if you noticed, but Mike Nixon coaches football.
He does?
Yep.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You still coach Mike Nixon?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. How about those Knicks, Mike Nixon?
That I'm so happy we won.
Trey is balling.
Because
that's
how was it gonna forgive me if they lost?
I don't know what Mike is talking about. He's capping.
Trey is balling.
Yeah, that.
Oh man, the MSG crowd, that was amazing. Only
Trey
we weren't
is
even
Trey is balding.
not even at full capacity, and they were rocking the entire place, man.
I think we got ripped off the first game, though.
How do you mean?
We lost by 2 points, and that Trae Young's last foul was not a foul.
If anybody on the starting five played just average the first game, we win that game. But every person on the starting five was terrible.
I actually looked back, and whoever was guarding him did grazed the elbow of Trey Young,
Oh,
which I won't agree. They shouldn't have called it, but
well, one play we didn't get called was what's that kind what kind of foul was that called? Was under the basket. What is that called? Fragrant foul. We should have got one call. Remember that one? We didn't get called. That was the first game.
I think
I can't
think-
remember it.
Because they called favorite foul against the Knicks. Remember against I forgot who.
I mean,
Second
just in
play
general, the
was-
refs were really bad for the Knicks this game too. Like the Hawks
Yeah.
were getting like all the calls in the book.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. But we came back and kicked ass. Kicked butt, I mean.
Yeah. But quickly to steer it back to the Giants, Mike
Yeah.
Logan, what questions you guys got?
Okay.
Hmm.
I know it's not.
Try that one, Logan.
Sorry, you're good. I was going to say, I know it's not necessarily a concern, but I don't really like Kadarius Toney skipping OTAs.
Well, he's not skipping
I-
OTAs. He hasn't signed yet.
He
Yeah,
hasn't?
I
thought he
think
did.
I think it's because of the contract, Logan.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney is our only rookie that hasn't signed his rookie deal yet.
Oh
So
my
whatever
God.
it is, they're working that out. I'm not too worried. I mean, it's not exactly a major concern in my opinion. Last year, was it last year or the year before? The rookie class they signed like right before training camp started. So I mean, the only reason this year with OTAs he's not there is because there's a higher injury risk, just like there was a higher injury risk last year. Because even though the offseason is quote unquote back to normal, it still is a more short type of program and quick pace type of program. So he's
Also,
just really trying to avoid
OBJ
injury.
missed his remember OBJ missed his rookie year
Also,
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
and
because of his high ankle sprain, remember?
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
guess
that
who's
was
not gonna
always
start
that
them?
was
No.
always Odell. Odell never went to OTAs, and he panned out fine for us in the
Yeah,
season.
no. Oh, that's
Also,
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Because
make-
he was a rookie.
I'm going to make a prediction for you guys. Aziz Ojolari, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I think I said that
Oh.
a couple weeks ago too.
Who you say?
I think Ojolari is Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he looks good.
I agree.
And I think
But-
he has a strong chance just because of the defense that he's stepping into to just produce
Oh
really
yeah,
quickly.
he's a great coach. What's his name again?
Aziz. Oh no, our
Yeah,
coach,
coach.
Patrick Graham.
Yeah, he's awesome. That guy is great.
And another thing from training camp that Edward Chan brings up, he says Carter Coughlin at inside linebacker, was he taking snaps there or something?
Yup.
That's another thing I'm not surprised by
Right.
because our linebackers in general are just versatile. They could play inside or outside, most of them.
Is your sister?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised, but it's interesting because you
Sorry,
seen last year he mainly play edge. You
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So it's good. It's good to have versatility.
You see who the Dallas
And-
Cowboys signed?
Oh yeah, Ben McAdoo.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Good luck.
Up push. It's Ben McAshit.
Yeah. Good luck having
Well,
him
for
on
the
your
sake
team.
of YouTube, we're gonna say Ben Crapadoo.
Rapidu, yeah.
All right,
I just
my
like to
bad,
say
my
some-
bad.
I'd like to say something real quick. When I was watching some of the OTAs highlights and I saw Evan Ingram catch a pass, I was like, damn, he's impressive.
He must be taking Kush though. For that
Mm.
catch.
But the DBs weren't allowed to deflect the
Tackle.
passer.
Bruh.
Yeah, but he still can't catch a pass if they touch him.
I mean,
Mhm.
Mike, listen, like I said, it's gotten to the point where we're impressed that Ingram catches the ball when
Yeah.
he's wide open.
It's gotten
Like,
to
let's
the
be honest.
point.
The balls that he dropped last year was where he wasn't really touched. He
He
got
was
most
wide open that
he
game.
got his
again.
contested catches.
I
You
mean,
know what I
What
mean?
was that game we should have won when he dropped
Eagles.
that? Oh yeah, the Eagles.
It's gotten to the point where I haven't even played a snap yet, but I'm sure I can catch better than a Pro Bowl tight end.
Logan, you're funny. Hey, Logan, are you going to any games this year?
I want to, but I'm not sure.
What about you, Mike Nixon?
Probably not, but I'm trying to go to training camp.
Oh, okay, that's close by you.
And I'm trying to talk to Kush about going.
Going to training camp, right? Yeah. I still got to see. Well, first I got to look at the dates, and then I gotta
Yeah.
catch a ride there if I do go.
You don't drive,
Yeah,
Kush?
Me too.
Even if I did, I don't have a car.
Oh, yeah, because you live in the city. You could take
There's
the
no
bus.
need for me to have it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the bus, the subway.
I got the bus, the subway, and now I have the biking system as well. They have city bikes out here too.
Oh, right.
So
Oh,
yeah,
by
there's
Okay,
the
no
you look
way,
good on
shout
that
out-
picture, Logan.
Shout out to me again for hooking you up with the tree tub.
the tweet. Yep, Mike always keeps me updated with the tweets. And Blue City Empire Sports, I did see that. I don't know if Brandon Jacobs was joking, but then he followed up with another tweet that said he wasn't joking. I still don't know if he's joking or not. He wants to return to the league as a defensive end. I don't know about that, Jacobs. Listen, bro,
How old is Brandon Jacobs now?
you're old, bro. You've been out for
39.
so long.
He's
I don't know.
39.
Yeah, I don't know when's the last time he played a
He's
sport at a
38.
competitive
Oh
level.
my god, this man's 38.
But he's a big boy, though. He's a big boy.
Yeah, that really doesn't gonna mean that much, man. I mean, like, what kind of bend does he have? He wants to come back as an edge. Know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, that's true.
No,
I don't know. Maybe he can't bend.
he'd be a good rotational rush.
No.
He'd be a good rotational rush defensive tackle. That's about it.
Probably.
No, I don't, bro. I don't even know what kind of if
Well,
he'd
he's
be good or not
dreaming,
at
that's all.
defensive end.
He's dreaming.
But guys, let me
He's-
get your last thoughts before I get the regular calls to pop in here. Anybody?
Do you see Barkley might not start the season?
Oh yeah, I did see that. I made a vid on that. Even if I like it because they're just taking their time with him. They want him to be as healthy as possible.
I still think he's gonna have
Ultimately, I think he'll play, but his snap count will be limited.
Yeah, I still think he'll have 1,000-yard rushing season, just not like AP season.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for my final thoughts, Saquon's gonna do good this year, and Trey is balding.
I
By the way, Kush,
don't like him.
are
Mhm.
you gonna do a watch party in your Discord?
For the Knicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be on the
Tomorrow.
Knicks?
No. In my Discord,
Tomorrow?
I always do a watch party for it. Yeah.
Oh, I might jump in here. Am I
for
in
sure.
Discord?
I have no idea.
I gotta sign up. What's your Discord?
The link is it should be in the description. Like there's one link
Oh,
that
okay.
carries you to all of my links.
Okay, yeah, I want to join it so I can be in your thing tomorrow.
Mhm.
Go out cheer for the Knicks to win against those smelly Hawks.
Actually, guys, I dropped the link, but nobody actually popped in yet. So you guys I could actually just continue asking anything or talking about the Giants, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
we like talking to you, Hub. We don't want to read you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
You're You're one of the
Let me
best
see.
announcers here.
I appreciate it, Bobby.
You're my pal.
If it looks like
Always
I'm
Logan.
if it looks like
Logan.
I'm seizuring, it's just because I got something in my eye. Don't worry.
Logan's my friend, right, Logan?
Yes, sir.
And Mike Nixon is my friend, right? Mike Nixon.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
we're all
Bobby,
friends here.
Is there a damn bug in my eye? What's happening right now?
I don't know. That happens to me.
Nah.
Ugh.
So it was very hot in New York today, Hub?
It was really I don't know, the temperature wasn't even that high, but it was just kind of stifling.
Come
Yeah.
to North Carolina.
Alright.
Come to North Carolina. You go back to
Look,
New York. You're thinking.
Okay, Kush, I have a question.
Hmm.
Who do you think will win the battle between Aaron Robinson and Darnay Holmes and in training camp?
I'm gonna give it to Darnay. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I honestly think the slot corner spot is going to be matchup based.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. But
You
like
know-
for who gets that starter
know
title,
what?
I think it's gonna be Darnay,
Yeah,
but it is gonna be matchup based throughout the
I
season.
think I think the 100% starter will be Darnay, but like say a team slot wide receiver is a bigger, more physical type slot wide receiver. I do think we put Aaron Robinson on him, but if he's more of a shifty guy, like we're gonna be going up against Cooper Kupp, I think we want to put a faster, shiftier guy on him. So I think like for the Rams, we put Darnay on him, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
And
Do
Aaron
you think
Gucci Lopez, you're right. Aaron Robinson is pretty good. Let's not sleep on how good Darnay is either. You know what I mean? He
Didn't allow a
has a
touchdown.
year in the NFL on him.
Plus, you could bring Robinson down to play sub linebacker because that boy can hit.
I
Can hit.
did a film breakdown on him on my channel today actually, and this dude can hit seriously for a corner. This dude's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be the running back?
We do have a caller in here though, guys. So now your last thoughts, and then I'll get you guys out.
All right. Do you think that will also be the same for the wide receivers? Matchup based?
That I don't know about. Because that I think whoever wins the quote unquote third job is gonna be, getting more snaps legitimately.
What about the backup running back? Who you want as the backup running back?
I think Devontae Booker has that job.
I honestly,
But it will be interesting who gets that third spot.
Mhm.
What is that?
Because-
Clement. I like him.
what is this dude Joey H saying in the chat right now?
He's talking about the brim on Bobby's cap.
Oh, I didn't see it.
And
Yeah, it's
I
not
tend
perfect.
to agree with you, Bobby, because Joe Judge was speaking highly of him today.
Yeah, I like him as a running back. He killed the Giants all the time.
When
But
he was healthy.
Yeah, that's true.
But-
He's healthy.
But then, does that mean Brightwell will go to the practice squad, or
I don't know. We'll have to see. He could still make it on as like special teamer.
He's a beast of a special team player.
So yeah.
I've
Okay.
never heard.
yeah?
Sorry.
But there's literally no position for that. You like
I know, yeah. He'd still have to
Cody-
be listed as a running back if he does come
Yeah.
on. So that's where it
Yeah.
comes into I don't think we're running more than 3 backs going into the season.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, we have 55 spots now instead of 53. So maybe somehow, some way we do run 4. But I think we might use those extra spots in the secondary just because of how many secondary players we have.
Bobby
Yes,
Murphy.
yeah.
Bobby Murphy out here.
Bob Murphy better call back in today.
Bro, and
Nah,
then
that
Hey.
Emmanuel,
is good.
he
Hub,
said,
wait, I got one question for you, Hub. You see Mr. Softy today?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
he said by half of the year, all your receivers will be on IR. And Emmanuel Brito said, Bobby, your best receiver weighs less than a homeless man's wallet.
what team does Bobby
He's an Eagles
Murphy
fan.
like?
Eagles.
Likes, oh, come on, Bobby Murphy, be quiet. Your Eagles stink. They're gonna be in the 12 bowl this year.
This dude, Philly Notion said Eagles are going 12-5, and Jalen Hurts is going to be a
Yeah,
top 10 quarterback.
yes. Start smoking some Kush, Philadelphia Kush. No,
Yo, like,
But
that's
guys,
not gonna happen.
I'm gonna have to get you guys off now and get the other calls
All
on.
right.
Thank you guys for
Okay,
calling in.
we'll
Man.
talk to you later,
No
guys.
problem.
Nice talking to you, Hub.
nice talking to you, man.
Have a good
You're
one, guys.
awesome, Hub.
Like,
Peace, Bobby.
Oh, I didn't leave. I'm sorry.
Football talk with Benny. Benny, what's up, man? How you doing? Benny?
Hello. Sorry about that. Wait.
No, it's all good.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. I literally just got ready. I was like setting up my stuff. Ha. But yeah, how's it going, man?
All good. Recovering from today's heat. To be honest, today was just kind of like a busy day.
Yeah, same for me, man. I was so busy today.
Mhm.
Racing all set up and all. Today was such a busy day. That's kind of funny because I thought I was gonna be like later because I didn't click the link right away like I normally do, but I ended
Mhm.
up being first. Like normally I click the link like literally right away, and I'm like third. And
Yeah,
today,
not
and then today I
not
was
that many
like,
people calling in tonight, I guess.
today I was like, oh my god, like because I was like, just wanted to do something because I'm like, oh, he'll post it later. And then you posted it earlier than I thought you would. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come on today. But I am.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, but like, OTA starts today. I was honestly like,
today was
It was pretty
technically
quiet.
day 2.
I know, but I mean, the first day they covered it.
Yeah, like I was surprised by that too. I'm like, how come they like reporters and whatnot only started covering it today?
Yeah, I think, or I don't know, there's some rule, but they said that a while ago. Actually, they said a few days ago that only that Thursday is when they were actually still allowed to cover it. I don't know why, but honestly, there wasn't that much. Like, I was honestly a little surprised. I thought there'd be more. Like, it felt like there was way more from rookie minicamp than OTAs, honestly. Maybe that was just me checking Twitter more, though. I don't know.
We'll see.
But like, some of the interesting things. I was a little disappointed. I gotta be honest. Like the fact that like a lot of the new additions weren't even really there at camp. Honestly, I was a little disappointed. Or at OTAs. Like I know it's not mandatory, but it's just a little weird.
Well, who wasn't there? Notable names. Oh yeah, somebody said in chat Kenny Galladay wasn't there.
Let me get it up on Twitter.
With Kenny Galladay, I'm not sure. Well, I'm obviously not worried. Like for anybody that's not at OTAs, I'm not at all worried, right? Because it's OTAs.
Yeah.
It's voluntary. It's literally a couple days, maybe a week at most. They're gonna be fine if they miss OTAs.
Yeah.
So Kenny Galladay though, I don't know if he's just missing it because he doesn't want to go, or if it's like he's looking out for himself, trying not to get injured or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the list. I remember seeing this list, but yeah, I think Kenny Galladay. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Honestly, I think the reason I was disappointed is because I want to see them, of course, out there. I just want to see a clip, but obviously I don't think we're gonna get that.
Gucci Lopez says the whole secondary wasn't there. Now there's a good excuse for that because Logan Ryan literally has the whole secondary down in Florida training them. Like he's had them there for a couple days now.
Yeah, they've all been. Are they still down there?
I'm pretty sure they are still down there.
Yeah, so I'm good with them. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this list because I saw it like a few times today, and now I'm not finding it.
He says Dexter Lawrence, Big Sexy Dexy wasn't there, nor BJ Hill. I'm not sure if they are working out on their own, but I know Leonard Williams is working out with Ofidi Odenigbo and a couple other guys also down in Florida.
I don't know if they're still together though, because that was a while ago, right?
The last time they posted, no, they're still there because I checked Leonard Williams' story just the other day, like maybe a day or two ago.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and they were still there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I like. So I'm not that worried about the corners. I'm not really that worried about this. I was just more. I know they like worked out with whatever his name is, but I know they worked out with him. But like,
with Brian?
No. I know they worked out. Dan Jones worked out with like all the receivers and all that stuff. But I don't know if are they. I don't even know if they're still together. And even if they are, I don't know. I just wanted. To be honest, I honestly just wanted to see like a video of Daniel Jones to Kenny Galladay in actual like not obviously they don't full pads on, but even just in the uniforms, that would be a lot. What?
I said like not from like Instagram or anything.
Yeah, not just like them in like their like workout clothes or whatever, like but yeah, like I would have liked to seen that.
So I found it's in the Discord actually the tweet of the guys that were in there.
We
so
go. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but
Kenny Galladay, John Ross, Kadarius Toney, who we know is because of his contract situation. Logan Ryan, Jabril Peppers, Adoree Jackson, McKinney, Holmes. So all that, like we said before, like that's fine because they're working out together.
Sam Beal working out with working out.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because he wasn't there, and if he's not working out with Logan Ryan, I swear, bro, this dude does not want to. He does not want to play football.
Listen, bro, Sam Beal, like this man's gonna get cut no matter what. And then Cam Brown and Reggie Ragland.
But like, why? That's a little weird. Like, I would have liked to see a guy like, especially like Reggie Ragland, like, because he's a new addition to the team. I was actually kind of disappointed when I saw that because like Reggie Ragland's a guy that I think I'm kind of excited for, but I think he's a little bit like of a project. Like he's not going to come in there and just dominate. Like I think Kenny or do very well just easily. Like I think Kenny Galladay will. Like so, I would have liked to see him like a guy like him, in there. But other than that, I mean, those people were there. Oh, you know what was weird? Also, Graham Gano wasn't there. Just interesting. I don't know why.
I mean, does he need to be there?
No, he doesn't. I just found it interesting.
I'm just saying, I'm saying kickers are people too. Kickers are players too. But like, does he need to be there? But also, I need this man, Graham Gano, to continue what he started last season and continue to be like one of the best kickers in the NFL, man.
Yeah, don't what's it called? Don't do it pull Aldrich Rosas or whatever his name is. Rosas.
Yeah, but to be fair,
He's
I will say this: that was Zach Diassi's worst year, so the long snapping was terrible for Rosas
Yeah.
that year.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Rosas, he was good but I just was so disappointed because I was literally so excited. I was so excited when he was like good. I was like, oh yeah, Aldrich Rosas, top kicker in the league or whatever. And he was just like, and yeah, wait, give me a second. But yeah, like I mean, you know, I think that like I don't know. I don't really care honestly about that. It just wasn't much like going on. It was just a little weird. Like I expected more. I'll be honest, but I don't really care. Like it's OTAs or whatever. But
And
like,
then-
when does minicamp start? Like actual mandatory minicamp.
Real quick, while you look that up, Emmanuel and Mike are saying that in addition to guys that weren't there, Barkley, which makes sense, recovery, Rudolph, which also makes sense because his surgery and whatnot, so recovery, and then O'Shane, which also makes sense because his recovery as well from his injury. Now Lorenzo Carr is there, and he seems to be recovering just fine from the Achilles injury.
Yeah,
I mean,
heard
I
about
even
that.
saw a highlight of him
Mostly,
finish up in the play as well.
Especially Lorenzo Carter looking really good. I heard. That's what I heard just from the community. Like Lorenzo Carter especially is looking really good, which I love to see. I love to see that. And did you see Blake Martinez? He had like a press conference, right? I didn't actually watch it, but I saw some tweets about some of his quotes. Like, let me check if I can find them. I know one was about Aziz Ajolari, and he was very like excited about Aziz Ajolari. He was like very.
Yes, I saw that. He said and he had quotes on Aziz and on Tay Crowder.
Yeah.
With Tay Crowder, he was basically saying how impressed he was with how fast of a learner he was, and he literally said his words that he was one of the guys he could rely on to make a play if he was busy with something, like he was busy with another assignment. It just shows how much faith he has in Tay Crowder, which is really good.
He said
looking
about
forward.
Danny Shelton. He says Blake Martinez on playing behind a large team and Danny Shelton. I literally can't see double teams.
Yeah, and he
That's what
also
he said.
said Shelton's like 3 people in one or something.
Yeah, he said he was very excited about Danny Shelton. And
But I'm like,
said,
he's
Aziz
played
Ajolari
behind
said-
Dexter Lawrence before, and Dexter
Yeah,
is like around the
it's,
same size.
I mean, he's seen some good defensive linemen. He hasn't seen no defensive lineman. But he also said about Aziz Ajolari, he's a freaking looking player, which is nice to see,
Mm-hmm.
And I just found it funny that Daniel Jones, of course, like the first day that media is covering OTAs, it's his birthday. Do you know that?
Oh yeah, today was his birthday,
today's his
right?
birthday.
He's 24 now, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Look at that. He getting older, man.
Yeah, bro. Daniel Jones, this is the year. This is the year we figure out about him.
How old was Josh Allen last year? Somebody pull that up for me. How old was Josh Allen last year, man? Let me look this up right now. Josh Allen. Let's see.
What?
So Josh is also a May baby, May 21st. He was 24 last year. He was 24 last year, guys. Listen, the stars are lining up. That's all I'm saying.
Dang, man. Yeah, those are. Yeah, I mean, I hope Daniel Jones could have a Josh Allen type of year. That would be amazing. That would really be amazing. Like, I would be so happy if that happens. But
Any other thoughts, Benny?
I'm trying to think if there's any thoughts that I have. I kind of came on here pretty quickly, so I didn't really get a chance to like think of some stuff up. But man, I'm excited just for the season. I'm so excited. But like, here's one thing I am a little worried about. Like, why is Kadarius Toney not signing his contract yet? It's just a little weird. But hopefully,
I understand it being a little weird because every other rookie has signed. But like I said before, we've had years where rookies haven't signed until right before mandatory training camp starts.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried in that sense. I'm just kind of wondering like what's the holdup.
Yeah, like why? But like, did you see by the way about Brandon Jacobs? What
Yeah.
do you think about that? You want to get him? You want to get him?
Brandon, you're a Giants legend. With all due respect, though, I think maybe every other defensive end we have on the roster will be better than you, man.
Yeah, I feel like the thing he would add would probably just be like a veteran, But like, I don't know. I don't really think we need him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more for another team. It's just.
I mean, he'd be a veteran, but he'd be playing defensive end.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure how much of a help he's going to be.
Know much.
I'm not sure how much of help he's going to be. In all seriousness, even though he retweeted saying, "No, I'm completely serious about this," I'm like,
I think
he's not serious. I don't think he's serious at all, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, and it really stems from the whole Tim Tebow thing, and he said, I think I might be more athletic than Tebow. Now, to be fair to Tebow, the man has played like high level competitive sports recently, you know, when he was in baseball.
Yeah, and Tebow's also younger than him, right?
Tebow's younger than him, but yeah, I think that too. But
Tebow's old,
more
but he's
importantly,
definitely-
in terms of being more athletic, obviously in Brandon Jacobs' prime, he's more athletic. But Tim Tebow was just playing like MLB
Yeah.
baseball, you know what I'm saying? Or
Tim
I think it was the
Tebow's-
minor league. So I'd probably give Tebow the edge, even though I never
Yeah.
think I would have heard myself
And
say
we don't
that.
even know, by the way, if Team Tebow was going to make the team. It's not. Everybody's acting like he made the team or something. We don't even know if he'll make the team. If he makes the team, he's probably not going to get much playing time, in my opinion. So I doubt he gets much playing time. The only time I see him getting playing time is like as like Taysom Hill role. That's the only way. I don't think he's a pure tight end. I don't think he's a pure quarterback.
So Calvin, our resident Arizona fan, has a question for you. He says,
Okay.
Benny, not a Giants question, but what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers and how he's handling his apparent dissatisfaction with Green Bay's leadership? Do you agree with him or not?
Okay, here's the thing. I think a lot of people don't know about this. I don't even know if you know about this. But basically, I know I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is perfect. I kind of disagree with him on like the fact of wanting his team out. Although I understand where he's coming from, I don't think they've done the best job of putting the best team around him. They put a decent team around him. People argue that. But, I mean, you cannot say he has gotten, like, a perfect team put around him. I mean, besides Devontae Adams, like, they have not put in really receivers around him. And he also, by the way, the people say, oh, yeah, he has Robert Tonyan. Aaron Rodgers makes tight ends look good a lot of times also. So he made Robert Tonyan look pretty good, who I think is a decent tight end. He's fine for a tight end. But they definitely need more receivers. They definitely they shouldn't have taken A.J. Dillon because if they were going to re-sign Aaron Jones to a big contract, that made really not much sense in my opinion. And then, you know, like, as for the defense, I mean, the defense kind of choked part of the game. I mean, Aaron Rodgers kind of choked that game against Tampa Bay, but, like, the defense also choked and all, and he didn't have, like the Buccaneers. People making excuses for Patrick Mahomes, which he deserves, but nobody's making excuses for the fact that they are all over Aaron Rodgers as far as, you know, sacks was, I'm pretty sure. I forget the exact numbers.
But to be fair, the Packers O-line is one of the best in the league.
Yeah, well, David Bakhtiari was injured, so.
Yeah, that's one player, though, right? Was he the only one injured?
There might have been more, but David Bakhtiari, he's their left tackle, and he's
one of the best, if not the best tackles in the league, right?
He's one of the very important pieces of their team.
I agree with you there. He's definitely one of the best, if not the best tackle in the league, but one player. You know what I mean? If he's out and that destroys the rest of your line, then you definitely got a point in terms of, man, maybe that line is really just building off of Bakhtiari.
Exactly. But okay, so I gotta get to the point though. Actually, of this, what I'm about to say. Adam Schefter basically screwed up Aaron Rodgers because everybody's thinking. I don't even know if you knew this.
Aaron Rodgers,
no.
I think that was planned, bro. None of this stuff is by accident or
No. Wait,
planned,
here's what happened. Aaron Rodgers never told the media. Yeah, thanks, Gucci Lopez, by the way. But Aaron Rodgers supposedly, and this is just what I heard. I'm no, analyst or anything. I don't got any inside sources. But what I heard is that, like, supposedly, Aaron Rodgers never, like, and he made hints, of course, but, like, before the draft or anything, he never said anything. This has been going on for months, like, since the end of the season and all that stuff. But supposedly, Adam Schefter, it was kind of, Adam Schefter just decided, let's get everything hectic and, say that Aaron Rodgers wants
I know, bro, Benny, I know exactly what you're talking about, but this is planned, bro. I don't care what Rodgers says. They literally, unless Schefter has to go from him to say that, like, he's not going to say that. That's why Schefter is trusted by these guys.
Well, here's the thing, though. Schefter went on the show the next day.
Benny, don't sleep on how well Aaron Rodgers can manipulate the media. He's been doing it all his career.
Really? You think
this man's been doing it his entire career?
I don't know about that though. You think
I'm not saying he's a terrible person or anything. I'm just saying
Adam Schefter.
I'm just saying he knows how to manipulate the media. That's all I'm saying.
Either Adam Schefter's lying because he went on a show on the next day. I forget what show it was. He went on a show and said basically
I think he said something like it was just an accumulation of information, I think is what he said, or something along those lines.
And he said, but this has been going on for a while, and he decided to break it then. He never said that, he said, he made it sound like that he was the one that just decided to. He's
exactly, Benny. You just answer your own question. He made it sound like that. He didn't lie about anything. He didn't not say Aaron didn't tell him to say it.
So you think Aaron Rodgers told him to do that?
I 100% believe so.
Wow, that's actually interesting. I haven't heard that. That's actually interesting right there. Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. I still don't think he should. I don't know. It's weird, but like at the same time,
With the
I
whole
feel
Aaron Rodgers
bad.
situation, I'll say this to get to Calvin's question. He was saying, "How do I feel, or how do you feel about how he's handling it and his dissatisfaction?" He has a little bit of a point. I personally don't think Green Bay has done the best job they could have with putting the best team around him. Yet at the same time, he's always, because he's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, he's always succeeded and even gone past expectations with those teams. But I'll say this though, he did choke in the past two NFC Championship games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like 100% choke, especially the San Fran one more than the Buccaneers one. Like he should have won that San Francisco NFC Championship game. The Packers were not necessarily a better team.
Well,
but him alone, like, bro, that game should not have went the way it went.
yeah, I mean, they didn't they get destroyed in that game, or was it?
They did. They got blown out, I think.
So I mean, once again, I don't know if he got the perfect help for that, but I mean, he still choked 2 NFC championships no matter what. I mean, you have to take that seriously. But I mean, it's very like interesting. It's just one of my one of the most interesting things I feel like I've seen. I'm just really into the Aaron Rodgers thing because it's definitely like it's such a debate. Like I'm so like between like, oh, he should want to trade. Like, I mean, he's been carrying no matter what. I mean, he has.
I agree with that.
They had what's his name as their coach. Everybody's talking about how bad Mike McCarthy is now. He was their coach forever, and he won. They won a Super Bowl. Like he dealt with Mike McCarthy for a while. I don't know. I think like I don't know. I don't know if he should like be really full out on a trade, but I mean, at a certain point, I understand players wanting to win. Like Russell Wilson, it's been a couple of years now. I feel like he's kind of like, with the Seahawks organization, and I mean, they haven't really gone too far in the playoffs for it, So I mean, it hasn't really worked out for him. So if this is going to be if Aaron Rodgers is a winner, he doesn't want to. He wants to win. He's not going to just want to run his career out being good enough to make the NFC Championship and never making it and winning a Super Bowl.
Nah, Benny, I feel you. But let me get a last thought before I pop Rick on next, which I'm excited to see what questions, because he does the little trivia thing.
Oh, yeah, he always does this. They're cool. No, I think, one thing that was interesting is, like, did you see that, like, I got this notification. I never saw anything else like this. I got this notification from, like, Bleacher Report or something saying that Aaron Rodgers is trying to assemble a super team. He's talking to players. I don't know if this is true or not. It's just I don't know what it is, but that's just something interesting. I don't know how he would do that though, because
it's kind of hard to make a super team in the NFL.
He has to be talking to like free agents, because if he's talking to players on teams, it's going to be super hard to just get everybody traded to a team.
Yeah, it's really hard to make a super team in the NFL. I don't know if there's ever been a super team in the NFL. Some people call the current Bucks roster a super team, but like
I think
that's just an assortment of really good players. I think
you can call the Chiefs almost like a super team, but not the defense.
Once again, though, it's just like an assortment of really good players.
The Chiefs are offense, in my opinion, is almost like a super team, but their defense isn't. But then at the same time, the Chiefs do not have the depth to be a super team, in my opinion.
It is what it is, Benny.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but that was just interesting. But yeah, thank you for having me on, man.
No problem, guys. Go over. I think Benny's link has been posted a couple times, and one person, I think it was Gucci Lopez, already subbed them up. Go over there, sub them up. As you could tell, the dude got the knowledge to talk with y'all.
Thanks.
But have a good one, Benny. Next up, before I get him on, I saw a couple questions up here I want to talk about. Shout out to Tommy G, Chris Smith tuning in. Tommy G says, "It's the same reason Tim Tebow's publicity team used draft night to say he's coming back, but the Rodgers news is way bigger." I kind of agree with you there. Chris Smith says, quick question, when we play the Broncos, does Drew Lock start or does Teddy Bridge? Okay, when we play the Broncos, that's a good question, man. I could honestly see Teddy Bridgewater starting maybe like the first 2 or 3 games and then Drew Lock coming in, but Drew Lock has started for the Broncos before, so it's not a situation where it's like Teddy would start for the sake of starting, if that makes sense. I think they might legitimately have a competition, and at this point, I do think Teddy Bridgewater is a better quarterback. So I'm going to say Teddy Bridgewater starts. I don't know. It really depends where the Broncos see themselves with Drew Lock, to be honest with you. And then now let's get Rick on. What up, Rick? How you doing, man?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm ready.
You didn't forget last time what we did with the roster game, huh?
We did numbers, I think, right?
Yeah, you said to come back with some new numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You ready, my man?
A little bit. I don't know. Let's hear it. I've forgotten some numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So you want the number first, eh?
Huh?
You want the number first?
What do you mean? Yeah. Just like we did last time.
Yeah, okay,
Number
okay.
first. Chat, play along. Let's see how the chat does.
Here we go. Easy one first. Warm up. 54.
Blake Martinez.
All right, 1 for 1. Here we go. Number 5.
Graham Gano. Probably gonna be Jabril Peppers.
You think so?
I don't know. I mean, they've been going back and forth on Twitter about it.
That was so funny what Graham Gano said about the Brinks truck.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Oh yeah. For now though, my man Hub is 2 for 2. 55.
Is Devontae Downs still on the team?
This when I looked at the Giants roster, Devontae Downs did not have 55.
Okay, all right. Let me see. For some reason, the only person popping in my head is David Mayo, but he's no longer on the team. Let me run through in my head. 55. Devontae Downs keeps popping up.
Do not look at the chat.
I'm not. Because as you can see, to look at the chat, I would
shout
have
out,
to
shout out the chat,
way.
man. Shout out the chat for coming in fast with it.
Well, it's a linebacker.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a linebacker.
Yes, sir.
So our current linebacker is Blake Martinez. All right. Tay Crowder's 48. Why am I blanking on literally the rest of our linebacking group on the inside? You know what I'm saying? Carl Coughlin's 49. Cam Brown's 47. Brunson is like 37. If he's even still on the roster. I don't know where Reggie Ragland is. If he got a number yet. I think I don't know this one, bro.
You gotta throw up a name. I'm sure one of those names he said might be it.
Well, Devontae Downs, you said, was no longer on the roster, right?
I didn't say that. I said I'm not sure.
Okay, that just basically it's the vibe I'm getting is that he's no longer on the roster. The only person numbers I didn't know was Reggie, so I'm gonna go with Reggie.
3 for 3, man.
Killing
it out here.
That's what we're talking about.
12.
Who in the world is 12? It's got to be a receiver. I'm thinking receiver, right? I don't know.
Also, really quickly, Joseph got a question for me. I do not have a channel, so
He doesn't.
Sorry about that.
All right, but 12, not a backup quarterback, because Colt McCoy was 12, but he's no longer on the team, so it's not Colt McCoy. Wait a minute. If it ain't Colt McCoy, who in the world got 12 so quickly? Like that's kind of quick. I mean, receivers. Dante Pettis is 13. That's why we make the ODP jokes. Yeah, sure. Hey, yo. I might not know this one, man. Who is 12? I'm running through receivers in my head.
Go ahead,
Holiday
boss.
would be 19.
Yes,
Tony
sir.
is 89. Shepard is 87. Slayton's 86. ODP is what you call is 13. Ross, I think, is going to be 11 because he wore 11 in Cincinnati. What other receivers are on our roster? But Austin Mack is 81. Is Benjamin Victor 12? Is Derek Dillon 12? What's his name? Actually, no, he's not 80 anymore because Jeremy Shockey is. I said Jeremy Shockey because Kyle Rudolph is 80 now. I was gonna say that kid David Sills was 80. Yo, I don't know. I give up. I don't know.
You give up?
Yeah, I don't know.
The answer is John Ross.
He's 12.
He's 12 on the
How is
Giants
he not
roster.
11? He was 11 with Cincinnati, and
New
now
beginnings,
he's 12?
man. New beginnings.
What?
Sorry, brother.
I ran right past him. I'm like, I think he's gonna be 11 because wow, that's trash.
Sorry about that, brother. 3 for 4. Not bad. Last time I think you were.
Last time I was 10 for 10, bro. I'm pretty sure I was 10 for 10.
I think you missed
time.
one.
Maybe. We'll see.
I think you gave up on one. I think you gave up on Ryan Anderson.
Oh,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not sure.
What number was Ryan Anderson?
46. But there's two 46s. I think the long snapper is 46 too, at least on the Giants roster. So
Oh,
anyway.
PJ, you're right. 11 is retired. Yeah, that's why.
Okay, number 5. 75.
Jesus Christ, man. I have absolutely no idea. Wait, before I give up, though. Nate Solder, right? He's either 75 or 76. I don't know. Okay,
He's 76.
Okay. Huh. It's offensive line or defensive line. Is Danny Shelton 75? Don't answer it, obviously. I'm thinking out loud. Is Danny Shelton 75? I'm going offensive line. None of our starting offensive linemen are 75. So backup-wise, the only backup that's coming to mind is Harrison, the center. Maybe one of the undrafted guys that we got, but I don't think they got numbers yet. Could be 75. Zach Fulton, who we signed, but he was a number 60-something, I think, when we signed him, or 50-something. I don't think his number was in the 70s.
I'm going to cut you off right there. You said his name already.
If I said his name already, and you wouldn't cut me off if I just said it, so it's not Fulton, then it's got to be Harrison.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
The answer is Danny Shelton.
No! I'm already worse than last week. Is Danny Shelton? That's an ugly number for a D tackle, man. But it is what it is, man.
All right, number 6. Over halfway there. Number 2. 2-piece.
Number 2?
On the Giants roster.
God, this man actually came with hardcore. I might go just straight like 3 in a row. I don't know. Who's wearing number 2? Because now it's so hard now because I can't just go by position anymore. It could be a wide receiver.
I'm helping you for the season, right?
Huh?
I'm helping you for the season.
I mean, whoever's wearing number 2 probably isn't going to see the field. I don't know, man.
I sure hope not.
So then it's a bad player. I don't know, or it's a really deep player that's like buried in the roster.
This chat is good.
The
chat is on point.
Listen, you're just making it harder for me not to just turn my head to the right.
Do not look at it. Don't look at it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not a wide receiver, but then it could be a defensive back. And yeah, let's go through the defensive back numbers together. So 24 is Bradbury. Adori's 25, or should be 25, right?
He should be.
Logan Ryan's 23. Jabril is still 21 for now. Darnay is 30. I forgot what number we gave Aaron Robinson, but he was like in 30s or 20s. We didn't give out any single-digit numbers to rookies. So Aaron Robinson, Rodarius Williams, it's not them. Sam Beal. Yo, what if it's Sam Beal? What number is Sam Beal? But he was a double-digit because that was the rule, and I didn't see anything about him changing his number. But I don't know. Maybe I missed it. It could be Sam Beal. Just putting that out there. It ain't Julian Love because he's 20. Am I missing anybody in the secondary? I feel like I'm missing somebody in the secondary. It ain't Isaac Yiadom because Yiadom is 27. So before that, what was the position a lot of single digits before the rule? Quarterbacks, right? But Mike Glennon is 7. I'm pretty sure Mike Glennon is 7. So the only one I'm not sure of is Sam Beal. But I didn't see any news of Sam Beal. And because you catfished me with the John Ross one, because he was supposed to be 11, but apparently he's 12. And Mike Glennon, I'm 99% sure was 7 with the Jaguars. But I'm going to go Glennon.
That is correct, my friend.
But I only got that because you catfished me with the John Ross one, man.
Sorry, brother. All right, so just to recap, I think you are 4 for 6.
Yeah, I got 2 wrong.
Okay, 4 more.
Unfortunate.
33.
Oh, I think I know that off the bat. That's probably Robinson, right?
Who? Which Robinson?
Is there not only one Robinson on the team?
No, there is. I just want you to say his full name.
Oh, Aaron Robinson.
Correct.
I remember he got an ugly number.
30.
I said it, Darnay Holmes. I think I said it when I was going through all of them.
Oh, they
Yeah.
gave another guy 30.
They
Interesting.
gave another guy 30?
On the Giant, they gave a guy on the.
Well, it's probably a practice squad. I don't know. Camp. Yo, Rick, this ain't fair, bro. If there's multiple numbers, but I mean, if there's multiple
I'll give you a
guys with the
bonus.
same
Hey,
number,
man.
who else? It's got to be a running back, right?
Yes, that's my bad. I should have known. But
Is
hey,
it
it's
Corey
on the.
Clement?
Yes, it is.
Because he wore 30 with the Eagles, didn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 2 more. 93.
That's a good one. Oh my God. That's a good one. Is Afidi 94? Right? Afidi's 94, right? Right? Afidi's 94. Okay. You're not giving me a yes or a no. Interesting. I'm pretty sure he was 94 with the Vikings. So I mean, maybe it's Afidi though. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Is it no? Austin Johnson last year was 98. So unless he changed his number to 93, I don't know. It's literally only going to be a defensive end.
I'm not even gonna lie. I barely know this guy's name. Like I was like, okay, the name kind of sounds familiar. I don't know.
Is it Ellerson? No, Ellerson Smith is 58, right?
Yeah.
Oh nah, I gotta go through. See now, I would pull up the depth chart, but I'm afraid the depth chart would have the numbers. Can you just pull up a depth chart and tell me if it has numbers? Or you know what? You can read off a depth chart to me.
You know what, Hub?
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
I'll do that for you.
Okay, bet. All right.
On ESPN.
93. Who's on our D
On
line?
ESPN, it does not have the numbers. So feel free to pull up the depth.
No, just
chart.
read it to me. That way nobody could say I cheated or something.
Okay.
Just the D line. Who's
D-line?
in the D line? Yeah. And maybe outside linebackers, because sometimes they do give 90s to outside linebackers.
Where is this guy?
Just
this guy is not a D lineman.
Outside linebacker group?
He's a linebacker.
Read me the outside linebacker depth chart then.
Okay.
There's no way 93 is an inside linebacker. So
Lorenzo Carter, O'Shane Zimenez, Trent Harris, Cam Brown.
They didn't list Carter Coughlin there?
And then they're listing him as an inside linebacker.
So by default, I'm gonna go Trent Harris because I know the
Harris.
other ones. Okay, then, but I ain't gonna lie. I had a lot of help with that one.
It's all good, man.
I had a lot of help with that one.
One more. 15.
It was Golden Tate last year. Who knows who it is this year? Jesus Christ. 15. Only wide receivers and quarterbacks could have it, right? 15. Wide receivers and quarterbacks. Only. I'm pretty sure. Did I say his name when I ran through the wide receivers earlier?
I do not believe so.
Oh my God. We only have 2 quarterbacks on the roster right now, right? Hey, yo, do we have a third quarterback that I'm just not remembering right now?
It's not a quarterback.
I was about to say Clayton Thorson because I think he's our quarterback 3 or something. Who in the? I might actually give up on this one. I might. Damn, got 3 wrong this time. If I do though,
You giving up?
Nah, not yet. I'm just my mind just keeps going back to Golden Tate, even though he's no longer on the team, obviously. So it's got to be a wide receiver. And I don't think we signed an undrafted wide receiver. I'm like 99% sure we didn't sign an undrafted wide receiver, which means it has to be somebody from last year's group, which means it's either Austin Mack, but Austin Mack is 81, or Derek Dillon, or Benjamin Victor, or maybe for some reason Dante Pettis changed his number from 13 to 15. I don't know. John Ross was 12. I legitimately, it's either Derek Dillon or Benjamin Victor. I don't know if I'm close. I could be completely off base. It's one of those two. I don't know. I don't know. Am I missing any wide receivers?
Yes.
Oh my God. Who am I missing? Yo, who am I missing, bro?
You're gonna.
But we didn't. The only wide receivers we added in the offseason were Tony and Galladay. So if it was somebody last year, then they weren't wearing 15 last year because Tate was 15.
You're onto something.
I might have to ring up help again and like, yo, can you read the, the wide receiver depth chart, bro?
You got it, boss.
Oh my God.
Hey, Joseph saying you're looking drippy.
Hey, thank you, Joseph. You've been saying that a lot lately.
Okay, pulling it up. Pull up. This guy even on the depth chart.
I feel like there's probably one wide receiver or two that I'm just.
He is on the depth chart.
completely
Okay. But if I read you this depth chart, you're not gonna know. You're gonna know because you haven't.
Oh, I'm
said
gonna
this
know.
person-
So it's the guy that's there that I. You see how you didn't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? If you just read it without letting me know.
You would have known though. I know you would have known.
But I don't know who I'm missing. That's the problem. I don't know which wide receiver on the Giants.
I know
roster I'm
exactly.
missing right now.
Okay, so what?
What do you mean? So what?
You want me to still read it? I can
No,
just tell you.
I'm
you're gonna-
locking in my answer for the one wide receiver I missed on the Giants roster. Whoever he is, that's number 15.
By default, I guess you're right. Then it's Alex Bachman.
Alex Bachman. He's wearing 15?
Yes, sir.
I thought he would have been in the 80s. All right. I forgot.
Shut up,
I
Mac.
don't know why I remember David Sills, but I forgot Alex Bachman because they were both in that same undrafted free agent group, I'm pretty sure. I bet. Cool.
Appreciate
Wow,
you
that
playing
was
along,
hard, man.
Sorry about that, man.
That was good. That was super hard though. Jesus Christ.
Right on. I got some fill in the blank if you still got some time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Appreciate it. Also, just want to say what up to Mac. I was in a stream with him.
Oh,
a
Mac.
couple
Oh, I
times
could
this
look
week.
back at the chat now. Mac, the Giants fan. What up, man? Jay Gordon in there.
Yeah.
Patrick Rivera in here as well.
Okay, here we go. Our starting punt returner and kick returner this year will be blank and blank.
I think it's gonna be Tony for both.
Tony for both?
Mm-hmm.
Who
I
else
think
do you
they-
think we'll see, though? Because,
Well, last year Jabril Peppers was punt returner, right? So I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised, and special teams captain, which I don't know if maybe that's a question. Maybe it could be a question next week. But in terms of captains, I expect Peppers to be a captain again. What are special teams?
that's
or
one
defense?
of my questions, bro.
That's one of the questions. All right, then let's go straight to that one then. So what was that?
But
one
also, Adoree Jackson's got some experience too.
then? I don't want to put him out there just because of obviously you don't go looking for injuries or injuries will
Yeah,
find you, but I don't want to
facts.
put him there.
All right, my
Oh,
captain.
Ross Emmanuel, that's a good one. John Ross too could be a good
Mm.
one there.
My captain predictions for 2021.
So, how many captains are there again? 6, right?
Yeah,
Is
that
it?
sounds about right.
We only had 2 on offense last year, right? And it was DJ and Saquon. I'm pretty sure, right? Or was there another offense?
I'm not sure if I know those two definitely, but excuse me.
Because it was DJ, Saquon, Dalvin Tomlinson for defense. Was Blake Martinez a captain?
I think Jabril was a captain.
Jabril was a special teams captain, though.
Oh, okay.
Let me just look up the Giants. Who our captains were in 2020.
Hey, go for it. We're not playing the game anymore, so you can do whatever you want.
Your Giants captains 2020.
Shout out the chat, by the way. Chat
Blake
going
Martinez
off.
was a
Appreciate it.
captain. I bet. So it was DJ, Saquon. So we only had 2 on offense. We had 2 on defense, Blake Martinez and Dalvin, and we had 2 on special teams, Jabril and Nate Ebner,
Mm.
which I think everybody
Oh.
forgot about Nate Ebner.
Shout out
So
Nate Ebner.
I think the special teams captains are going to stay the same, Jabril and Nate, or maybe they change it from Nate to Graham Gano because of the great year he had.
Or Kadarius Toney.
Nah. So I'm actually there's no reason why Nate Ebner should lose his captainship, but I mean if he does, it'd probably be to Graham Gano. So those are my special teams captains. Defense, I 100% think Blake is going to retain his, and then it's going to have to be Logan Ryan, right? Like I think
Yeah.
I think it has to be Logan Ryan on the defensive side, and then offense. I'm keeping it the same with DJ and Saquon.
Low key, I feel like Logan Ryan would get mad if he didn't get captain, but you know what I mean. But
I don't know, but he definitely deserves it.
I agree. Okay, kind of. I got to rearrange some stuff. Okay, just got to make sure to skip that one. Okay, the roster cut that will break my heart before the season will be who?
Can I say nobody? I mean,
Ooh.
there's like nobody. I'm not the guys that I really want to make the team. I'll say this then: the guys that I really want to make the team, I think, are going to make the team. I don't think the guys that I want to make the team are not going to make it because they're the high profile guys. It's literally the early draft picks that I like really want to make the team. And then other than that, like everybody else is a lock. Our free agents were big name free agents. I think they're gonna make the team no matter what. So I'm not really too invested in our undrafted free agents this year. I mean, I'm not gonna be. I really don't care if Kelvin Benjamin makes the roster or not. Same with Corey Clement. Miz, what's up, man? Call in definitely, Miz.
Man.
And Miz, I gotta get your number somehow so we can talk about Week 18 Washington. So yeah, I don't know. What about you? Your own question. Is there anybody you're kind of invested in?
I am curious to see. Not necessarily would break my heart, but I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Rodarius Williams.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I'll say Rodarius then because he was a 6th round pick.
Yeah,
it is a stacked secondary. So yeah,
I like his attitude. I think I'm curious to see. I want to see him in training camp. I want to see what's up.
Yo, Emmanuel and Thriller
for nothing.
He ate the biscuit for nothing, and then Thrill Collins said Beal. He had high hopes. Yeah,
he probably enjoyed it though. Okay, if we were to trade Evan Ingram before the season, I would want a blank round pick or picks.
I legitimately don't care. Like as long as we get anything for him, I'll be happy. But in terms of speaking seriously, we need to get at least, and this is a thing, right? At this point, I don't know if there are teams that would give this up, but we need at least a 4th. And I know that might sound low, but that's kind of where Evan Ingram is. Like, I would really like a 3rd.
If you got a 3rd, would you be happy?
If we got a 3rd round pick for Evan Ingram, I'm bringing out a champagne bottle. Like, ideally, that's what I want, but you kind of have to lower your standards to maybe a 4th.
Where I was having a serious talk with Pat, Big Pat, and he was saying how, we got to wait and see if he balls out this year, but I just don't have a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. But I'll let the man speak on that for himself. Shout out to Big Pat. The NFC opponent I have the most respect for, the team, is who?
NFC, not NFC East?
NFC East, my bad.
Washington.
Okay. Sub question.
I don't know if I really got to explain it. I despise Eagles because of their fans. I despise Cowboys and their fans. You know what? I just despise the Eagles and Cowboys, but I have a little bit of respect for Washington for sure.
The NFC, think NFC East player, opponent on anyone other than the Giants, I have the most respect for is who?
I thought you were about to say least because I already had a name in mind. But
no, we got to try to keep it positive.
Most. That's interesting. All right, that's interesting. Kind of going through it. I mean, maybe Dak. I mean, Dak hasn't really done anything bad to us. Yeah, he hasn't really done anything bad to us except for beat us when we play him. On the Eagles, nobody's coming to mind that I could think of in a positive light. On Washington,
my answer is the guy on Washington.
I'm gonna ask you who it is because for me, I'm not really thinking anybody. Their defense is kind of young, just like ours as well. So it hasn't like we're been up against that defense particularly for a while. Bobby, I see you laughing in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dak Prescott, I guess. Kind of a little bit of a default answer. I don't know. And football talk with Benny. I want to meet you too, bro. We'll see, man.
I gotta go. I got 2 parts of this, so I gotta go with Chase Young.
Mm-hmm.
And hot take, I think one day Chase Young will be a New York Giant. I think he wants to come to the New York market.
I don't know about that. He seems pretty happy. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know
they'll find a way to mess it up.
We all know Devontae Smith wants to come to the Giants, all right? But Chase Young actually seems pretty happy in Washington.
they'll mess it up. That's what they do. They mess up relationships, and you
We'll
know
see.
it. That's a belief. It probably won't happen, but it's a belief. I'm holding hope because I love Chase Young. I think he's great.
Mhm.
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being no impact, 10 being 10. The fans being in MetLife Stadium helping this team. 1 to 10.
I think it's going to be a solid 7 or 8. Me and KB actually spoke on this last night on Young Guns. We're so far, the Giants and Jets are the only teams that have confirmed full capacity, not any type of capacity, full capacity in the NFL. It's only the Giants and Jets so far that have confirmed it for the upcoming season. The Giants have the largest stadium capacity in the NFL, and it's not close. It's by 10,000 or so, because I think the team right after us is probably the Cowboys at like 72 or like 70,000. But the Giants, MetLife seats 82,500. That's going to be a great, great advantage for us if, all seats are filled.
I like it. In 2022, Jason Garrett's job title will be what?
Not with the Giants. Next question.
Head coach?
I don't know. What team is giving him a shot at head coach? Although the Chargers were exploring it at one point. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But he will not be with the Giants in your estimation.
I don't think so. I don't know.
The college football players I will be keeping my eye on this year are who? I know it's kind of early.
You're asking the wrong dude, bro. Straight up. I don't watch college football until it gets to like draft season.
Watch that D end out of Oregon.
Oh, yeah, that guy, right?
Watch that guy.
Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau, I think.
Yeah. Watch that guy.
He's the name that I've heard a lot. And Marjorie says Tennessee Titans cornerback Janoris Jenkins says his Rolls Royce was stolen from an airport parking lot in Atlanta. Janoris can't catch any W's anymore, bro. He's a walking L now.
The best and worst interviewer on the Giants are...
Worst is Pat Leonard, because this man keeps asking the dumb question like he did today about DJ. The best, I like a couple of them, but the best just for GOAT status is Art Stapleton. He's kind of a known GOAT, so yeah.
Right on. A couple more questions. I think Dave Gettleman will be the Giants GM for blank more season.
He should be for as long as this team is having success, man. So maybe 3 or 4.
All right. And I was having a talk. I was talking with some friends in a group chat, and they were saying that New York fan base, New York fans are classless. And I disagreed. But I want to ask you what you think the most am I asking that right? The most classless New York fan base. What team? What fans are have the least class?
That's hard. Because I don't really be beefing with any other New York teams like that. Actually, nah. I was gonna say the Nets, but the Nets don't have fans in New York. All their fans are in New Jersey. The Jets, I don't really got a problem with that much. They just kind of like annoy. It's funny because they're literally like the annoying little brother, even their fans. I'm not, like I said, I'm a very casual baseball fan, so I really don't have a problem with the Mets. And with hockey, I don't even watch it. I just support the Rangers. Go Rangers. Honestly, I don't know anything about Islanders fans, man. I don't know. By default, I'd probably have to go Jets, but they never show me anything bad.
You think but you think Knicks fans? Everyone's saying that Knicks fans are classless after what happened.
The only reason the people are saying the Knicks fans are classless is because the league is soft and they don't realize it. What I'm saying? You're supposed to be chanting and belittling the other team. And they are also overlooking the fact that the entire Knicks fandom does not claim the guy that spat on Trae Young. And like literally as soon as the first video tweet about that went out, every single Knicks fan, including myself, was like, yeah, no, that dude's terrible. Get him banned. Like they were all going for that dude does not belong in the arena. So
for sure. I got another one down, man.
Oh, that's it?
That's it, my man.
Rick, man, listen, bro. The numbers one were really hard. But I appreciate it, man. I'm kind of interested to see what you do next week. If it's still numbers, I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe go all time. But then again, I know I'm not going to do well.
I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that because I would fail at that, man.
Mhm.
But I'll come up with something. But
You
man,
usually do.
appreciate you having me on. Shout out the chat. Shout out the hub. I gotta go watch. I think the Lakers are on right now. I gotta go catch that game.
They're not playing tonight, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh my god. I'm
So
gonna
the
have to
Lakers and
catch that
someone
after the
else.
stream.
The
Okay.
Lakers and the Nuggets and Trailblazers games on right now.
Bet. All right. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch some of those. I'm really liking the way the playoffs are going so far. But Rick, peace out, man. Thank you for calling
you,
in as
brother.
usual. Next up, we got Nate Talk Sports, not Nate Talk Giants. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? Honestly,
You got a link for your channel? You could post it in the chat, or well, actually, Joseph Balby usually finds it somehow. He'll definitely post it in the chat for you.
Yeah, Joseph knows me, so it's all
Bet.
good. But what's it called? I can't believe that Eagles fans actually think Daniel Jones is gonna suck this season. I just don't understand it.
Well, did you see when I had Philly Notion on?
Yeah.
Listen, I can believe that they think Danny Jones is gonna suck because they're just haters. I can't believe that they think Jalen Hurts is gonna be a top 10 QB. Okay, I don't know what's going on with their head, man.
Jalen Hurts is not anywhere close. I think he's the 31st quarterback in the NFL.
30. Listen, I'll say this: Jalen Hurts to me is probably like the 26th or 27th. I don't know about 31st. Then again, like using Philly Notion's own words against him, the man only played 4 games, so he is gonna be down there just off a sample size.
And I think people don't understand this. The man turns over the ball so much. He's gonna have a terrible career than Daniel Jones in turnovers. The man he's just so easy. He can literally fumble on any ball that gets hit out of his hands.
At least based off of what we saw now, right? Like I never want to just shoot the player down. I'm gonna give him a chance to see if he improves this season, but it's definitely capped to say that like he's better than Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it was his first year. You can't judge a first year on a player who's basically
with 4 games, right?
Yeah, you can't. And Daniel Jones is just he's not finished a product yet. He just started.
Mm-hmm.
It's like saying Josh Allen was a finished product before the 2 years and then this year.
No, I agree with you there.
The quarterbacks take time. They don't take like 4 seconds and then they become amazing.
Especially considering the situation the Giants were into.
Yeah. Oh yeah, then he started out my thing with what's his name, Brandon Jacobs. And
Oh yeah, I mean, in terms of my quick thoughts on it, because I just come up a couple times tonight. Brandon Jacobs, I love you, man. You're a Giants legend. Stay home. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your retirement or whatever you're doing with your family, bro. Just stay home. Don't be a defensive end.
Brandon Jacobs should never. He could be. I think if he was still playing, if you want to play running back, just still stay home. You don't need to play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. You just meet the media. Just do a media job. You don't need to play football.
Mm-hmm.
Do what Victor Cruz is doing. Do what all these Giants legends are doing and showing up to the facility. I know
I think he's just like I really think he's just joking, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But if he does want to get back involved, like you said, he could be media or he could just try coaching. Who knows?
Yeah, I won't be mad if he was a coach. If he was like a running backs coach, I won't be mad.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Oh my.
You're blanking on something?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about what's his name, Kadarius Toney not signing with the Giants.
What do you think? What do you think is the holdup? Like I said before, I'm not worried, but I am kind of wondering what in the world could the holdup be?
I think it's because he's probably wants the right money, and they're just gonna go back and forth, and then he'll just sign the contract. I think he just wants his money, and then
well,
the
the
Giants
thing that I don't know about that because rookie contracts they're already predetermined what they're going to be, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not a money thing. I don't know what in the world it is though. But somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong because I'm pretty sure rookie contracts are just predetermined.
That's true. And if you don't know, I'm a big Joe Judge fan. So
Who isn't?
I just don't understand Eagles fans in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the point of bashing Joe Judge when he's basically better than your coaching staff completely?
Eagles fans got no right to bash Joe Judge when Nick Sirianni, we ain't got no idea what this man is going to be. And to be honest, he doesn't give me much confidence.
They said he was going to be there for what's his name, Carson Wentz, and they traded Carson Wentz. Do they even know what they're even doing?
I think they do. I think that was just them saying the quote unquote right thing. I think they knew they were getting rid of Carson Wentz because and I told Notion this on the stream too. Everybody knew by like halfway through the season, or like maybe even 10 games into the season, that Carson Wentz wasn't going to stay there somehow, some way.
Yeah. What's his name? Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the next Taysom Hill.
Really? Listen, I'll say this right now, he's worse than Daniel Jones, but I'm not going to be making good or bad any like solid predictions on him because it is just 4 games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and Marjorie let me know,
like
by the
Jalen
way,
Hurts.
on the rookie contracts that they're predetermined, but bonuses and incentives could be added, so maybe that's what's up.
Yeah. Bobby Murphy. He doesn't hate the Giants.
I don't know what it is, man. He's probably just working out the details, honestly. Like I said, I'm not that worried.
Yeah, I think it's just what rookies really want. He's basically, I would be fine giving him extra because he has so much potential to be he has the potential to be a superstar in this league.
If all pans out, right?
Yeah, if everything pans out, yeah.
That means like literally everything has to go right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nate, you got anything else?
I was gonna talk about the Knicks.
Let's hear it.
All right. New York, stand up. We're back. New York Knicks basketball
We
is
here.
back.
New York,
Yeah,
we here.
when Spike Lee is hyping up the crowd, you know New York sports is back.
Listen, man, Spike Lee hypes up the crowd even when the Knicks are terrible, okay? So, I mean, it is what it is.
But I think you never see the Garden at that capacity actually screaming, having emotion.
I mean, when they're in games, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be watching the
that's
Knicks games.
true.
They are, but it was another level because of the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll say this, man. I can't wait to see the game where this man right here, Julius Randle, actually has a good playoff game. My God.
I was mad on my stream at what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Julius Randle just pass. If you think if you're struggling, pass it to Derrick Rose, pass it to these guys who are shooting the ball.
No, but that's the thing, though. And he was passing it. And that was kind of my problem with him. He was being so passive the entire game instead of taking the ball and going to the basket. Like, I really didn't like the fact that he wasn't driving at all. Like, he was taking the shots he was taking just weren't falling. So that's why I was like, all right, if your shots aren't falling, then drive to the basket. But he was just passing it out every single time.
Yeah, Julius Randle, which I think it's just a mental thing with him right now.
Maybe.
Playoffs. All that stuff.
Mm-hmm. But Nate, if you got any last thoughts before I pop the next person on here.
All right. Just subscribe to my channel. Basically, that's it.
Hey guys, check out Nate Talk Sports. What do you cover? Giants? Anything else?
Yankees, whatever.
Whatever. Define
Yeah,
whatever.
Just whatever sports it is.
But all right. Thank you for coming on, Nate.
Peace, man.
Next up, we got the calling legend Miz, and then I'm gonna end it off with Alex from Big Blue in the Bronx. Let me unpin this message, and they will be the last 2 guests for tonight. What up, Miz? How you doing, man?
What up,
Miz? You gotta send me your number somehow, bro.
I'm gonna get it to you. Well, everyone else has it. Pat has it. Everybody. So just ask them for it. You know.
Bet I'll get it from one of them then.
Yeah, I wanted to get yours, so it's good. What's going on, man? How you guys doing?
I'm good. Well, you already know, like several people brought up Knicks win. I'm just chilling with that.
I was going nuts last night. Cause listen, I'm a big Knicks fan since I'm a baby. And for guys like Nate who are young, they don't remember the '90s when the Garden was the place that no team wanted to come into. So last night reminded me of the mid '90s,
And they weren't
Garden.
even at full capacity, Miz. They weren't even at full capacity.
Listen, as you know, I work there, but I wasn't there last night. So
Oh man, how'd you feel? Were you there for game one?
no, because I took time off because I had the surgery, so I don't want to go back just for the final few days and then mess up that I'm getting paid to be home. So I leave it alone right now, you know.
Oh, but that would have been an experience, though, right?
Yeah, because listen, the last few years working in the Garden, man, the Knicks, the fans that were coming in are from other countries. You basically have tourists coming in. Not last night, but the Knicks were bad, and Dolan is able to sell the building out to tourists. Now they don't speak English. There's no emotion, and the Knicks are so bad that the security officers don't even want to go in the arena. We hang out in the hallways. So
Really?
yeah, last few
So
years.
Nate from earlier, like what I was saying is when they usually play good, like I'm watching on TV, you do hear them cheering and whatnot.
Right, you hear it, but you basically have a European tourist fan base the last few years because the Americans have gotten so tired of the crap. But now that the Knicks are the New York Knicks and the city's fallen in love with this specific team because of the way it's built
Just
and
like
the
the
way
Giants,
they
man.
play. Yeah, man, in-house draft picks, a lot of heart, and the team is like the old Knicks in the '90s. They play the best defense in the league.
Yeah,
And
Miz. Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say real quick. I watched the games with a friend, and his dad has been a huge Knicks fan for years. So in the '90s, back when like the team was really starting to make that turn, he told us like this is reminding me so much of like Patrick Ewing Knicks.
This is the Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason defense, man. The Knicks are playing defense, and the New York City fan base used to take pride in that we were the most physical defense in the league, and not only would we shut you down, but we would physically beat the crap out of you, and we took pride in that, you know. And this defense looks like it's there, and it's only going to get better because it's young. Yeah, and the Knicks are headed up. We all know it. Regardless if they go win this series or if they don't, you know that this year showed you that the Knicks are headed up. And don't they have
Miz.
2 first-round draft picks next year?
Yeah, just like I said, bro, just like the Giants, bro.
Yeah.
But Miz, the thing with this team, bro, and I said it earlier to other callers as well, like our starters, if they just played average, this isn't a series with the Hawks. Our starters, let's call it how it is. Our starters are playing really bad, and it's still really close. So if they could just play average, and if Julius Randle, if he plays to the level that he played during the season, it's not a series. Also, all we need is for him to be just average.
It's not gonna last. They'll come around. Listen, we were down 13 last night, and everybody who was in my room, I told everybody in the living room, the Knicks are gonna win this game. Down 13, going to the second half. I said the Knicks will sooner or later turn it up. I just felt like they were gonna, and once they get it going, they were gonna take over the game, and that's what happened. That dunk by OBM when the stadium was chanting his name was beautiful, man.
You saw his mom was crying,
and I like him. Again, let the kid have a year or two to grow, just like Barrett.
Look at how much he's improved already, Miz. You know what I'm saying? His decision making, his defense is really good now. He's improved a lot.
Gotta have some patience. Barrett is much better this year than he was last year, and I think he'll be even better next year. You know, so you got to give this OB kid a chance. In the beginning, people were like, maybe we didn't draft a good. Relax. It's a young team. Enjoy this. Listen, one of the few teams in the sport that plays with heart and emotion, and it's perfect for that arena and that fan base. But by the way, more about Randall. You see, this is what I'm seeing. Tell me if I'm off. Randall's getting doubled a lot, and he's lost his in the beginning of the game. The first half, he lost his touch. He wasn't feeling it. That's why he was passing a lot. But he's getting doubled a lot up top. So I think they need to start sending him down low in the post one-on-one.
That's what I'm saying, Miz. Like, there's nobody on the Hawks. There's one dude, Clint Capella, but Clint is playing center. Randall's playing power forward. So unless there's a switch, Randall should be whoever's guarding him one-on-one in the post. That's what I was watching it, bro. We were calling the game last night. I was just thinking to myself and saying, why in the world isn't he going in the paint, man? Because they can't match him.
He's got to change. Listen, he's not comfortable with the down low game, but he's going to have to change his game and go down low for the rest of this series because anytime he gets the ball at the 3-point line where he likes it, there are 2 people on him and a third one waiting.
Exactly.
You know? So they're not gonna let him beat them up top.
The only
you know?
time he's legitimately going to be challenged down low is when they switch Capella on him. Other than that, he should dominate whoever it is.
That's what I also saw. Same thing as you. But listen, they pulled the game out. They played great in the fourth quarter. So I didn't get to see the video of the fan spitting at the guy, but I can guarantee it because I work at the Garden for many years. I can guarantee it. That guy will never step foot in the Garden again.
Yeah, the Knicks, they already took action. He's just he's banned indefinitely from the Garden.
Yeah, he's done. Because what they do in the Garden, what we have is facial recognition. So they take a picture of your face. Now, anytime you walk through any arena door, you have to go through a metal detector. That metal detector now has the memory of your face forever. And as soon as you come through and it recognizes your face, an alarm goes off. And he gets turned around and walked right back out. So
that's some pretty high-tech technology.
Yep. The Garden is, listen, the Garden was rated the #1 secured arena in the whole NBA and NHL. Our security force is very well trained. So, yeah, that guy's done, man. Yeah, listen, you can't. I don't give a. Yeah, listen, you can get loud, you can get crazy. It's nice. It's a good thing to be intimidating to the other team.
But you don't spit on the other people,
on
man.
a human
yeah.
being. Because we were talking about this today. If you spit on me, I'm going to jail for what I'm going to do to you.
Exactly.
Because spitting is more degrading than getting punched in the face.
The people that defend it, I'm just like, I don't get your thought process. You don't spit on another person, bro. Like you're asking for another mouse at the palace.
Bro, you don't spit on you spit on me, man. You better be able to handle what's about to come your way. The consequences. It's gonna be ugly, because spitting to me is more. I'd rather you punch me in the face than spit on me. It's degrading and it's disrespectful.
Shout out to Nikki in the chat, very first member. But also to spit, like it was right behind 50 Cent and his girl, and it got on both of them too.
Yeah, you know, I didn't see it. I didn't see this happen. I haven't even seen the video of it.
Yeah, no. If you could find a video of it, listen. It got on not obviously Trae Young, but it also got on 50 Cent and his
Yeah, but
I don't know if his girlfriend or wife.
What kind of human does this? This is a basketball player. You're spitting on him. I mean, come on. Are you serious? And the same thing in Philadelphia. You're throwing popcorn on Westbrook.
And Westbrook has a point. He said afterwards, the hate or like fans go too far, but especially with Westbrook, for some reason, fans love to go to the extra length. Like I've seen it more against him than any other player in recent history.
I mean, the man's a great player. So I don't know what it is. You know, it might be his history of that he didn't get along with KD in the beginning. Maybe that sticks with him or something. You know,
the only thing that could get to me is that, you know, he's not exactly a people person, but like so isn't like a lot of people not a people person, you know?
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You want to spit or throw popcorn on a player because you think that you are protected by being in the seats. But when that guy comes after you,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Malice at the palace.
Yeah, I spoke about that today too to my fiance. I said, let me explain to you what goes on, why the players, they can't be throwing things, because this is what happened in Detroit. And that was one of the ugliest scenes in sports history. You know, so you can't, listen, you don't expect a player to come hit you, but you want to spit or throw popcorn at him. You better get ready for what's coming your way, you know? Like, because Westbrook, at least he controlled himself, but he looked like he was almost there.
No, he was going to. The security literally was holding him back, bro.
Yeah,
he was about to go into those stands. The security was holding him back.
Which brings me to my next point. That's why Philadelphia is the trash city of America. Garbage, trash, trailer trash, everything you could think of, redneck trash. I don't care. I'll say it because they're garbage. I've been to games at the Philly, at the Vet. I've been to games at the Link, and I'm never going back there again. You know why? You can't go to a game and actually watch a game without worrying about people taking cheap shots at you from behind you. So you don't need to go to places like this because it's not worth it. These are losers. They look for this type of shit. They don't even care about the game. So when you're Nate, the kid before me, talking about I don't understand Eagle fans, there's nothing to understand about Eagle fans. They take pride in being the garbage of America. That's all you need to know. And they don't
going in hard.
And they don't have a clue what they're talking about. Because let's get to the bottom line. Their quarterback sucks, okay? They got a backup quarterback as a starter, and they're going to regret it big time this year that they ever disrespected Wentz and let him go to the Colts. You remember I said that.
Well, they traded him to the Colts.
Well, guess what? Wentz is going to ball out over there, and the Eagles are going to suck.
He does have a better situation, man. The Colts always find a way to get a quarterback when they need it.
And I'm really see. I'm trying to hold it back and wait, but I'm very confident that this guy Daniel Jones is gonna set the mark this year. There's not gonna be no more doubters halfway through this season. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel confident that Jones. Man, you watch the guy talk today. He's such a classy, intelligent person. And he's ripped, man. He's putting in the work. You could see it. He's putting in the work.
He gets more ripped and muscular every offseason, man.
So the guy's working hard, and it's going to click. And I think a lot of it, if the O-line gels, which I think it will, and you have these weapons, and that's another thing. They might be having these running backs because I think that they're going to work Barkley in very slowly. So the first 6 weeks of the season, fans are going to panic. Oh, he's not the same. But I think you'll see him, Barkley, break out come close to December.
I don't even know if it's going to be that long, but I agree with you. I think they're going to work in him slowly. I'd say probably the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then, they'd probably give him the full workload. But for sure, he's not getting the full workload week 1. You know what I'm saying? Not at all.
It's going to be a committee, which is fine. Which is fine. You don't need to push him and then hurt him again. Slowly bring him back because he's that valuable of a weapon. And then when the weather starts getting colder, you're going to start to see the power back, the old school full-time Barkley we know. You're going to see it as the weather gets colder and we inch towards the end of November. That's when I think he's going to steadily take over. And that's fine because you have the weapons now in the passing game. You have the tight ends. Listen, believe me, the Giants are going to be fine, man. And another thing, people got to stop. Brandon Jacobs is having fun.
That's what I'm saying. He's joking.
Come on,
he's
now. I
joking.
have people call me today. Yo, Brandon Jacobs is coming back.
I'm like, he's 100% joking. There's no way he's serious.
Man, he coaches a high school team. He's a head coach of a high school team down in I think Georgia or the Carolinas. So he lives down there. He's a head coach of a football team. His son is a major running back prospect in this country. He's going to be in the draft in 3 years. Brandon Jacobs' son. He's the same running back Jacobs was. He's big.
Same size?
Tall. Yes, he's a big guy.
Let me look up Brandon Jacobs' son real quick.
Yeah, you look up Brandon Jacobs' son. He wears the number 26 jersey. And I believe 23 or 26. Yeah, he's emerging as a major prospect. But he's 3 years away from the draft still. Now, Brandon Jacobs, I believe he was having a little fun because he put out that picture of himself all ripped. So basically he was trying to say, yo, look at me. I'm a beast at 38 and I could still play if I wanted to. That's all he was saying. You know what I mean, Hub?
For some reason, I can't find a picture on his son. But no, I agree with you. He's just having fun, man.
Okay, if you YouTube Brandon Jacobs' son, running back, you YouTube it, it'll come up. I saw it.
Bet I'll do that.
There's not
Do you know what college by any chance?
What?
Is he still in high school or is he freshman in college? What is he?
I think he's going into college this year.
Okay, good.
So, but he's known. There are people talking about him, but it's still 3 years away. So But yeah, listen. Brandon Jacobs was just showing a little. Look at my body. I'm 38. I'm a beast. I could play football if I want to. But he's not coming back. He's not. He's having a little fun with people. That's all.
This man has literally done it all as a football career. You know what I'm saying? He got the Super Bowls, bro. That's the goal.
From what I hear, he's a head coach of a high school football team, and he's loving it. Because I've seen some interviews with him, and and he's played a big role in bringing his son up as a football player. Listen, he's 38. He knows he's not coming back to play defensive end. Listen, he's having fun with people, man. Come on. Listen, if I'm the Giants and he was really serious, I bring him into training camp just out of respect. It doesn't mean he's making the team.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come in, have a little fun, play with the guys, let the people come around you and ask you for your signature, the other young players, and Listen, man. I don't know. I always thought he could be a running back coach or something. I don't know.
I think that's in his future.
Yeah. So listen, he's. We all love the guy. And listen, man. I gotta give it to him, man. He looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He looks amazing. I don't know if you saw the picture of him today.
I did not.
Okay, there's a picture of him out there. You'll find it. It's on the Twitter or when he tweeted this message. Underneath the message, there's a picture of him. Man, let me tell you, he's chiseled, 6-pack and everything.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he's in good shape. I think he was just trying to show off that he's in good shape, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And some people think it has something to do with Tebow coming
Oh,
back.
it's because he said it. That's why.
Yeah, so listen. That's it's a quiet season. There's not a lot going on. I wouldn't look into the Tony not there. It's not a big deal. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal. Tony will be there soon. He was there a few weeks ago. So whatever it is, maybe they're just waiting for the official sign the contract. You don't want to come on the field. You don't have a contract and get hurt,
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the agents doing. It's business. It's all part of. It's the business aspect of football.
I completely agree with you. I'm not worried at all. I don't think anybody should be worried. It is what it is.
Nah, that kid's hungry and can't wait to play. We all know that, man. I liked reading the story over the week that Daniel Jones has been working out with Kenny Galladay for the last 2 months, not just in the weight room, but throwing him a lot of routes privately. So I think that's good.
I mean, DJ's always been that leader, man.
Yeah, well, I want him and Galladay to have a real good connection, because that's going to be big.
Don't worry about it, man. Come training camp time, we're all going to be just super happy to see them.
And that's it, man. And I've been quoted by the other guys on YouTube. They all know that I've said this. I believe Ingram's going to have a big year. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm going out there, and I think Ingram's poised for a big year. And he's in this tight end camp with Kelsey and Kittle, and I think he's doing everything he can to get better.
And I'm really liking the fact that he went to tight end camp. But you know me, just because of the fact he's not going to be a main target, I think he's going to be good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's really about it. I saw you on. I came on. Listen, reach out to Pat or somebody. They have my number. I'll text Pat now. Tell him to give it to you. And then you call me and we set this up because I'm definitely going to be there.
Bet, Miz. Thank you for calling in, bro. I'll get to you.
Have a good night. Oh, one more thing, man. I'm a big-time Islanders fan.
You're big time. Second Islanders fan tonight.
And the Islanders last year because of the COVID, there was an extra round of playoffs and they got screwed. So they fell one game short of going to the Stanley Cup. But this year, they have the experience and all the tools to go. So we'll see what happens.
Bet.
Be good, man. Have a good night, guys. Good night,
Have a good one, Miz. Alex, as usual, you're the last one. But I'm gonna give you 3 or 4 questions, bro. Let's get it.
I mean, this is the routine, so I mean, we can't be surprised by now. First thing before I go into
do you stream on Thursdays as well or something?
I don't stream on Thursdays. I guess tonight happened to be like some sort of a late night. I guess.
Okay.
With that being said, anyone, and this is like obviously put aside training camp, anyone who has FS1, this is just a recommendation saying a force. If you have FS1 right now, they have the Spring League on, which I was talking about earlier in the chat. It's a bunch of UDFA / like people from like the XFL, the AAF. It's a developmental league, and it's pretty cool football. You might not recognize the names, but
like is it just showing on FS1 or is it another channel or something? Like what is it?
It's on FS1 because they made a deal with them. It's actually taking place at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That's pretty cool. And you want to know how exciting it is. Obviously, I think it's kind of like a college football, not atmosphere because there's no fans, but they had 6 touchdowns, 3 from each team in the fourth quarter alone.
Really?
So.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. They're already in week 4 of their 6-week season.
Yeah, I just got done watching. I believe it was the Linemen versus
the Conquerors.
Yeah.
Where can I find a list of the teams or something?
I'm pretty sure they actually have their own website.
Spring League football. I'm surprised I'm only now hearing of this because I was a big fan of AAF, huge fan of the XFL. I'm surprised they haven't promoted this more.
I think it's called the TSL, the Spring League, actually. That's really what it's for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just surprised they haven't promoted it more. That's kind of whack.
Well, At least we have that before the XFL comes back. But then again, the XFL might partner up with Canadian football, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. They tried it once before, apparently, and it didn't work. So let's see I'm a fan of.
So the teams, they don't have any cities right now. It's just teams, north and
It's
south.
just teams.
Okay, but
And they all play at Lucas Oil. So what's funny enough is this game just ended and was in overtime. That the next game, the Aviators versus whoever they're versing, that game is full 4 quarters like NFL rules. So then they're going to be playing at Lucas Oil till at least 1 in the morning.
really, those guys are going to be tired, man.
Well, if you took a nap in the middle of the day, you should be good. But then again, nobody knows that was going to go that long. With that being said,
I just went through all the teams. I got to say, they have some pretty nice logos, except for the Jousters. It's literally just the word Jousters.
Jousters. That's a weird name. And then again, Lyman isn't really much creative either, or Conquerors. Yeah. I guess it's like a pick a name out of the hat thing. But with that being said, the amount of, like I've noticed it over the past week, it all started when Diggy was on a stream with the NFC East guys, and then Philly Notion was talking, and then Philly Notion, he had a stream the other night, he was on your channel, and then today, Lord Brunson. How do these Eagles fans actually have these expectations? And
bro,
it just shows me
12-5,
why they're
bro.
this shows me why they're disappointed every year. I mean, I said it to somebody on Twitter. By November, they will be on the Fire Sirianni train. I mean, and the funny part is, and obviously this is typical of Eagle fans, so it's not really, I guess, a criticism to them. But like, I tried having intelligent conversations on actually why the Giants will actually fail this year. The one I got on Tuesday in Philly Notion stream was because Joe Judge is going to regress in his second year.
Regress?
And I'm like, how is
like
he going to regress?
I don't know how a coach is going to regress, but the only example that comes to mind of regressing, and it's not regressing, it's just that the coach was exposed, was Ben McAdoo in 2017.
Yeah, and, you know, we had better talents now. It's not like we picked up Brandon Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
We picked up Kenny Galladay and obviously upgraded. So he's like, yeah, you know, Joe Judge, he's going to, like, if you gave me a Daniel Jones example, if he's like going to fumble this many times, it's still stupid, but I could kind of get on the side of it. Like, if you're trying to be intelligent, you're trying to be not alien-like. But he's like, oh, Joe Judge, I'm like, explain to me how he's going to regress. And he's like, well, there's no explanation. I'm like, then you literally have not answered my question. And then now this talk of, oh, Philly is the best D-line in the division. What?
Yeah, that made no sense either. Literally the short video I made of clips from that stream was the 3 most capping things he said. Jalen Hurts, top 10 QB. Philly has the best D-line in the East. And Eagles going 12-5. The one you could disprove the most easily is Philly having the best D-line, which is just false information.
They're relying on a bunch of older veterans like Brandon Graham, and they're still somewhat good, but they're going into past their prime stage of their career. They can't. They're not going to be putting up the same production. And then what was that? I think it was in today's stream. Someone was given names. I think it might have been watching your video, or someone was given names of Washington D linemen, and then the person, I forget who it was, Philly fan, oh, you're just giving names. Like, they have a younger defensive line. I will go in lengths to say that. And then they're like, oh, they put up better stats last year. And then the one Philly fan actually in the chat today on Lord Brunson's stream, he's like, oh, name a top defense that the Giants beat. My first answer was Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting. And once again, that's how delusional they are.
If we go through it, our wins twice against Washington, 1 Cowboy, 1 Philly, Cincinnati, and Seattle. So yeah, Washington was the best defense we beat, but we kept it close with the Bears, kept it extremely close with the Rams.
If we were to rate second defense that like we won against, I would say Philly maybe, because like Dallas wasn't that good. They still had Jim Schwartz, but now they don't have anybody. And literally somebody on the same stream today was like, oh, you know, the Giants have corner issues. You know, Adoree Jackson isn't enough. I'm like, literally Philly Notion said that cornerback was one of your needs. Stop talking. And then
since when do we have corner issues, bro? What are they
I have no idea. Apparently people have been doing enough research. And then somebody was talking about, Saquon Barkley's injury prone. I'm like, yeah, talk about the injury prone running back who's technically been out for a full season, because 3 games in 2019, 14 in 2020. That's a full season now with the 17 games. And talk about, they literally, and I took a guess at first, you guys got like 9 running backs on the roster. And then the guy replies, he goes, no, 4. And I'm like, I actually looked it up, buddy. It's 9 running backs. So, I mean, we got technically 9, but like 2 are fullbacks.
And I think like I said before, we're going to run 3 in my opinion, but don't be surprised if we run 4 because the extra spot. But I really don't think those 2 extra spots are going to be on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
We just have a bunch of running backs and tight ends
not 10,
right now.
11 wins. Best D-line, third. Okay. Yeah, keep looking on PFF.com. It's not going to get you anywhere. Literally, someone was referencing PFF. I'm like, you don't reference PFF.
And I'll say this. It's not like they're lying. Yes, they were third in sacks and hurries, but first of all your sacks were not from your D-line, 1. And 2, if D-line is literally just about getting pass rushed, then, I mean, you're not judging it correctly.
Literally, D-line was the best part of their defense and still is. I mean, we could listen, individual stats, sure, like in terms of like position-wise, and I get it, you could say third in sacks or whatever, but it comes down to your whole defense. If it's, it's like basically with the single-player stuff. Like OBJ, 1,000 yards, let's say, and your offense is not doing good. What good is that? Just for the one position, just for the one player.
Exactly.
So I don't know. The secondary for them needs to be fixed. They should have spent how many? Like the first, as I said earlier, I'll credit them with the first 2 draft picks, technically stealing from us, Devonta Smith and Landon Dickerson. But then, who else? Do y'all actually believe in Howie Roseman as the GM? It's laughable that they keep him around.
Real quick to answer PJ, who do we think will lead the team in targets? Targets for me, it's got to be Kenny, if not Saquon. But Saquon's going to be like slowly worked in. It's got to be Kenny.
One thing to comment before I actually have a Giants point to bring up. Miz was talking about how they're going to put him in the, have the load little by little. I must say, unless we get a total, I would say, let me put it this way. If we go mostly passing week 1, I don't think it's going to be a good thing unless the coaching is really crappy for the Broncos, because they added to their defensive backs. I mean, they got Bryce Callahan, Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, and they drafted Pat Surtain. So I would still stick to a running game, honestly. With that being said, a lot of people, I mean, even since the draft, I've been talking about Try Turner as, a potential Logan Ryan signing. Logan Ryan was signed because Xavier McKinney got hurt. And, just believe in this O-line.
I don't expect them to go out and sign any more O-linemen. I think that's it. And at this point, I'm just convinced, especially with today when they were saying, like, our guards basically switched sides. Hernandez was working on the right with Pert, which I guess we should have seen coming because Hernandez was working out with Pert all offseason. And then Lemieux was on the side with Thomas. So they're exploring their O-line options, and they have a lot of confidence in them, so I'm going to trust them.
One more thing before I get to a little more on the O-line thing. Bobby, your O-line, when your right tackle manages to stay only healthy for like 6 games a year, and then your guard doesn't even know if he's coming back because he's on trade deadline. Yeah, that's a nice line right there. And you have a left tackle who's rugby league, so please don't. And you also drafted over your center this year with Landon Dickerson. But my point is, like, obviously, there's a lot more factors, and I know Giants fans have been through PTSD multiple times over the last couple of years of, going back to 2016 where they didn't do anything with the O-line. They could have signed Andrew Whitworth. They didn't. They left Flowers, Pugh, Richburg, who actually retired, Jerry and Hart. And it was funny, actually. Actually, I'll get to that point in a moment, but I'm not going to keep you too long. With that being said, this is more of a proven coaching staff and more of a proven set of talent. Even if Rob Sale, maybe he's got some, I don't know, inexperience in the NFL because this is his first time coaching, you got hella assistants around you. Pat Flaherty, all of them. And going back to my other thing about Bobby Hart, yesterday when I was coming home from a game, or I think it was yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday. So obviously I got the news on my phone that Ben McAdoo joined the Cowboys.
Consultant.
Yeah. Also another point I have to bring up on that.
Real quick, Bobby, number 1 in 2019. What year are we in, bro?
Yeah, this is 2021, going to be 2021. So Eagles fans, stop living in the past. You didn't do this before you won a Super Bowl, so please.
Bruh, that's what I was telling Notion, bro. You're living in the past, my guy. Live in the present.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that one Super Bowl, man, things would have changed and whatever. Yeah, I was going on some Instagram post page. I think they're called Pro Football Chase, and they posted the news. And Bobby Hart commented on it, tagging Sterling Shepard and Roger Lewis, more like Smackadoo. And I'm like, yeah, Smackadoo, because I'm gonna guess that Bobby Hart did not like Ben McAdoo, knowing how he handled the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and I replied to him. He obviously didn't get back to me. I'm like, imagine you get signed by the Cowboys. That'd be funny as hell.
I thought he would have said Crapidoo or something.
Yeah, there's a lot more names that you could just make out of it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, my final message being, trust this O-line, set of coaches, and that's basically it. Trust the coaches, trust the O-line, have hope. Listen, actually, you know what? Let me quickly bounce on a different topic. I'm not a huge Knicks fan in terms of like knowing all the basketball stuff, like topics like that. And obviously, once again, I condemn the fact that Trae Young was spit on. I don't like the guy, but you shouldn't be spitting on people. But there was this radio show that opened up. Julius, I got an RJ jersey. And it was funny because the other night I was streaming with Clutch B-Ball, and the green screen was interfering with my RJ jersey, so I couldn't even wear it. I just had to spirit it off. But with that being said, this radio show opened up today, not talking about the Knicks, their win and whatever, that they shouldn't have won the game, and that the Knicks fans were horrible. Listen, you could rant on the guy who spit on Trae Young.
I completely disagree with that, man. I know where you're going. I'm gonna let you go, but I'm with you. I disagree with that.
Yeah, it's just the F Trae Young chance. Listen, maybe that's not right, but there is a lot of worse chants around the league,
bro.
This guy's giving disrespect to the Knicks fans.
Derrick Rose said it. People are soft. The league itself is soft now. If they're really getting tight about the F Trae Young chance and whatnot, are you serious?
The NBA is not happy, and it's just that F Trae. There's a lot worse. Go talk about Philly and how their fans are. Delusional, eating, we could go in a list forever and ever, but the NBA is getting soft. And I honestly feel it's not just the Giants, it's the Knicks being crapped on by ESPN, because that was one of their radio shows. And this radio show said 5 years ago that, we control the editorial, as in the people who are on the show. Yeah, if you're crapping on the Knicks and saying they barely won, and that, the Hawks were missing shots in the fourth quarter, maybe that was because they kept leaving Bogdanovich open and kept doubling Trae Young or putting Reggie Bullock on him.
Mm-hmm.
So how about actually getting to that and make an actual basketball analysis rather than just saying, the Knicks, barely should have won. Just stop discrediting the Knicks. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm really excited to see that game. And I saw a couple times a lot of Giants fans commenting, or at least some of them, this is good for the Cowboys. I hate to be this as a Giants fan because Ben McAdoo was a good offensive mind. Yeah, that was 6 years ago, bud.
I'll say this. Yeah, he is a good offensive mind. Terrible head coach, obviously. As a consultant, I guess I expect him to do fine, but can't believe I'm doing this. The Cowboys don't need an offensive consultant. Their offense is great.
Yeah, their offense is fine. Defensive consultant, more like.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, but my point is that was 5 years ago. And, people are talking about, OBJ. Listen, OBJ obviously got 1,000 yards under McAdoo's system, even in 2016 and even 2018, but that was Shermer's system. But my point is that, that was mainly slants and all that stuff. But once again, that was 6 years ago. So, and he's not even having this much of a big role because Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy are already forming the offense there. So again, we don't have to worry about. And real quickly, I don't know where Cowboys fans are getting this type of hype, especially that one TikToker. Jalen Smith changed his number to 9. It's not going to change anything. Alec Ogletree changed his number from 52 to 47. He still plays like trash.
Ugly.
Man, it's a good thing that we don't have him anymore. It's actually a good thing we have linebackers. I'm actually kind of surprised, but not that Carter Coughlin's now an inside linebacker.
I'm kind of surprised. Did you say you're kind of surprised, but not?
Yeah, because I remember seeing, I think Bobby Skinner tweeted it, one of his quarterback hits against the Seahawks came from the inside linebacker spot. So
I'm a little bit surprised because he was the one between him and Cam Brown that people were just absolutely gassing up and saying that he was the better out of the two. Even though I was consistently saying I can't name one thing particularly good that Cam Brown does I can't name one thing that Cam Down does particularly good, but he was just always at the quarterback's throat, bro. So I'm like, I'm not surprised he stayed. It's funny, right? Because he was inside, he went outside, and now Carr's outside going inside.
Yeah, and I guess it's not going to change. In my opinion, it won't change anything in the outside linebacker room because there's going to be a lot of outside linebackers: Jimenez, Brown, Carter, Anderson, Ojolari, Smith. There is a lot, even more than last season. So if I'm going to say this, if O'Shane Jimenez does not perform in training camp, I think he might be either.
Yeah, because it's the thing with Jimenez versus versus Carter, which was because they were sort of compared, even though literally the only thing they had in common in their first two seasons, on their first season separately, was the snap count. And I did several videos on this, and of course, you guys know last year I did the video saying that Lorenzo Carr was going to break out. Looked like he was on his way to it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another video like that this year because it's basically going to be saying the same points. Like, he's consistently improving his hand movements. He's always been a really good run defender. He just needs to put it together in the pass rushing game, and he's been doing that well. O'Shane Jimenez, over the course of his 2 years, didn't really improve at all. Like, Carter in his second year improved, even though his stats did not. You saw the improvement. Jimenez in his second year was stagnant, and he's also kind of a one-trick pony. I don't really know what he does other than try to bull rush the passer, even though he can't really bull rush that well.
Yeah, and a lot of Giants fans, well, at least they were saying on Twitter that, it was because of the injury. The most snaps he played in 2020 before his injury with a 49ers game. And what happened in the 49ers game? We got our asses kicked. So it just shows that I don't think they have the highest of confidence in him. Betcher loved him. Well, we're not on Betcher anymore. He's in San Francisco, and hey, we're here. So it's going to be next man up in terms of the outside linebacker room, the survival of the fittest. Let's put it that way. And Ellerson will get his time. Aziz will maybe start. If he doesn't, it's going to be Ryan Anderson. And with that being said, let the survival of the fittest begin, and we'll see what happens during training camp now that everything is slowly coming to a normal. Hopefully, if everything stands out for me, I really want to go to that Eagles game, Week 12.
Bro, pull up. You already know the deal, bro. Pull up to Week 18 Washington if you can.
If everything works out, I could probably
because
go to
you're also in
willing to
school.
spend.
You're also in school, so you should be on break then as well, right?
Yeah,
January 9th. But
I don't know. My mom let me, but I would be willing to miss school for a game. But with that being said, it's going to be on Christmas week, so that's
no, it's January 9th.
January 9th? Okay.
That's Washington, Week 18, yeah.
Because last year it was like, I don't think...
Well, it was Week 17, now Week 18.
Week 17, now Week 18. So I got to start getting used to that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Week 18 works out so well story-wise because it's 100%, in my opinion, going to come down to the NFC East battle for, like, who gets the title of the division winner. And if for some reason the NFC East actually is really good overall, then it could come down to just a playoff spot in general as well. So, I mean, and then for me, I'm going to be off because, like you said, January 9th doesn't really interfere with holidays either. Like, it's just a good time. It's going to be cold, though.
To answer your question, Benny, I'm thinking about going to one in New York. Though I'll be 18, and if I wanted to, I could probably attend the one in Philly. I don't want to get killed that early. I mean,
don't do it, bro. You're gonna get killed.
I'll defend myself against Philly fans, but from like the experience that one of my friends told me, he says they're very verbally abusive. Yeah. Even though it was a preseason game.
Like even Miz is telling you, don't do it, bro.
Yeah. And I got two. Well, my brother wants to go, and my other friend wants to go. So that's how much they're anticipating this rivalry, which is gonna be fun. And it's also another thing. And I would have to hear it from my brother too because he's a Jets fan. The Eagles literally stay at MetLife 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So, do they do what the Dolphins did? They lose 2 weeks in a row to the Jets and the Giants like in 2019, or do they do what the Bills did and win 2 weeks in a row, week 1 and 2?
Well, they're the Eagles, so they're probably going to do what the Dolphins did. So, I mean,
don't go to Philly, bro. I've been through it. Wouldn't know where they don't show. Well, yeah. The one time that it was actually 8th grade. It was the last time the Giants won against the Eagles at MetLife before this year. And I had two Philly fan friends. They're like, Giants fans are the worst. I'm like, you ever been to Philly? It doesn't make any sense. And real quickly, my one friend actually has the NFC East being so bad this year that the Giants win the division at 8-9.
I mean, if we win the division, I ain't complaining, but I don't see it being that bad.
Yeah, he doesn't have. I have us at 10-7 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fair weather
Yeah,
prediction.
10-7 is what I said as well. I think 10-7, 9-8. I'm pretty sure if everything goes right, I could see 11-5, but 10-7 is most realistic for me.
Yep, that's
yeah,
pretty much what I have to say.
But yeah, Alex, we're gonna have to close it out here, man. Thank you as usual for calling in and being the last guest on like most of these, man. Guys, make sure you check out Big Blue in the Bronx. Have a good one, man.
Have a good one. Have a good night.
Go Knicks. And guys, to the rest of y'all, thank you all for tuning in. Chat, you guys were pretty good tonight. We got 43 people in here right now. Absolutely love all of you guys. You make this really fun to do. Call-in show. Anybody is welcome to call in. The link I usually post in the chat itself for those of you that may have missed it and whatnot. But shout out to y'all. Y'all making the off season nice and interesting, even though it's a slow time. I'm gonna be out. Have a good one, bros.